And you know they'll get some kills. Because, stormtroopers are weak to rocks on sticks. We learned that from Return of the Jedi.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, it wouldn't just be rocks or sticks. If we're going with both Maori tradition and also putting in splashes of the British Isles, somewhere in there are the Welsh longbowmen, and that's
oh my god, you fucking dick! If you wreck my pretty car, I'ma wreck your frickin' face. I don't even get to keep it. I am sitting here mourning the. Oh my fucking god! Like people are just running stop signs today. Sorry.
Yeah, welcome to where we live.
And I'm not even in Brian's neighborhood.
People are stupid.
That being because Brian runs his stop signs, not because of the people who live in Brian's neighborhood. Let me clarify that in case we're recording.
Yeah, we've been recording. I started recording as soon as Eric's story was done.
But
my story will never be done. I'll just keep.
Well, yes, but I figured you didn't want that aired to the public, which is why I waited till you were finished.
Thank you.
This car is the first car I've ever been in that had Android Auto that activated via Bluetooth. It doesn't have to be plugged into the car.
Oh.
It has about given me a cargasm.
Yes.
Because of the fact that it can do that. This
I've
is the greatest technological advancement of our time, guys.
What car do you even have?
I'm driving a 2021 Hyundai Sonata. And then I'm going to get to my apartment, and then at some point Teddy's going to show up and take it from me. And it hurts my soul that I'm doing this. But it's for the greater good.
The greater good.
Oh, the greater good.
Also, for what it's worth, Eric, I hope everything goes well. For what it can be worth. And that's all I will say on it.
But let's put this distraction on the road, shall we?
Yeah, I would love the distraction right now.
Okay.
Completely understandable. Quick question though for Triss, because I just came across this. Some of the concepts of the Final Fantasy game we're playing. Did you pick some of that up from Ruby Alternate?
Some of the what?
Aspects for the Final Fantasy game. Did you pick some of
the Final Fantasy game?
Yes, but I created the world.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
but for the lore of the world, did you pick some of it up from the Ruby Alternate timeline?
The alternate timeline, no, but I did borrow from Ruby in the Prime timeline.
Okay.
I've actually seen Ruby Alternate.
I don't know. I didn't watch the entire thing, but I heard bits and pieces like, oh, the moon got shattered, and there's the Grim there, and I'm like, and the fall, and I'm like, is this just Ruby or is this just it? Because I
stole the shattered moon from Ruby. What I did with the moon technically comes from Final Fantasy VIII. But Ruby also draws very heavily from Final Fantasy VIII, so
that's fair. Okay, thank you.
No
for
problem.
rating my curiosity. Because I was like, where the gosh darn second?
Do I want to stop and get Panda Express on my way home?
The panda is deserving. But, okay, Matt, just so you know, as a slight addendum to some of the stuff I mentioned to you, I'm going to have a NPC already affiliated with the group to call you in, as you would quote-unquote have more up-to-date information.
Fair enough.
Which I figure would sidestep any initial
Trying to run
Initial
into you while we're doing
issues.
something.
yeah.
No meeting me at a bar and on Tatooine or whatever it was.
No stowing away on a spaceship.
Yeah.
On a spaceship not affiliated with the rest of the party. Okay, give me a sec. I'll be right back.
That's fine. I need a sec to get your tokens together anyway. I just finished spending XP for the person who's probably not showing up.
Oh yeah, I haven't spent my XP yet. Huh. Oh well. Also, good luck getting me to go to this meeting.
Which
I'm
meeting?
gonna this supposed meeting with that character. I'm gonna.
Well, we don't know how that's happening yet. It might, you know. I mean, there's other things
On the
we're
bright
gonna
side, I got paid today, bitches.
Woot woot.
Cool.
Got time to feed you guys. Cool, mind.
But no, the reason why is because I'll be busy.
Ah. Understood.
I was too busy being almost killed several times. I kind of want to relax.
Also, now that I have everyone here, did anybody have any comments, questions, or concerns about the military breakdown I posted, or are we cool to use that?
You already had my answer.
Yeah, since we're actually gotten built big enough to actually need a breakdown.
My character is still technically not affiliated, so I cannot give a real opinion as a in-character opinion.
We're asking
And
for a
depending-
player opinion.
Out of character, it looked good.
And that's assuming you actually decide to join, because we have a bunch of allies that haven't actually joined the organization specifically, but are, you know, considered friendlies.
We're basically running like the Rebel Alliance.
I wouldn't say the
Yeah.
alliance. We're more like a coalition, because the alliance is like everybody has to follow our rules, and we're just like, we've got our rules, you got your rules. We might judge you if you do things weird, but
Well,
like
let
we
me
get
rephrase
judgy
it.
when
like
you
Early
do
day of
dangerous civilians.
the Rebel Alliance.
Yeah,
I'd like to say
Wait.
we're like early rebellion.
yeah.
If I don't join, do I still have to sign a waiver to get treated?
Sky will only treat people if you've signed her waiver. Doesn't matter what faction you are.
Noted.
Yeah, we all had to do that. She actually made it a thing.
Oh, I know it's a thing. Sierra has, I think, in the process of me joining this, she has mentioned the waiver 25 times. That is her favorite word. The waiver.
That is concerning. That is a little concerning.
Yeah, I don't know when she became so
Oh!
obsessed with this waiver, but
But yeah,
As
I
someone
don't-
who has pulled that trick in another game, I also find it very concerning.
but yeah, I don't really see a concern with this so far.
okay. I'd say it seemed very straightforward in Mandalorian, but I wanted to make sure everybody else was cool with the idea before I just start calling everybody galaxy commanders and shit.
We might have, like Zenti language equivalents, but I'm cool with it. Blah blah blah.
We're going with the document. Galaxy Commander.
I currently do not even remember what my backstory is, so I didn't ever write anything down. I just have what David and I talked about.
I know you like causing people to rise up against the FO.
Yep. I went as basic as possible for this game. Pretty much chaotic good. Oh, I could have Chick-fil-A too. Let's do Chick-fil-A.
There you go, David. Thank you. Matt, I am preparing your, and I hesitate to say this word considering that what happened last time I said this word, your intelligence reports.
Ooh.
Oh dear lord.
Why do you hesitate on intelligence reports?
Last time he gave us one, it was a wall of text, and it was all like in weird legalese, so everybody's eyes was bleeding, and nobody could understand what the hell he was trying to tell us.
It was literally an intelligence report. FIO 778 did this.
I've seen police reports that were more understandable.
I've seen actual military intelligence reports that were more understandable.
Actually.
Mind you, it's from the history channel and things like that, and, you know, being interested in history, but still. They were at least intelligible. Again, nothing involving intelligence is generally intelligent.
Especially not with military intelligence.
What to do, what to do.
Turn that off.
Pack the ketchup in there.
See if that
Let's
fixes
get
this issue.
rolling.
You have all the ketchup.
Oh my god, that fixed the issue!
Yata?
I've been having this issue with Skype whenever I am on my battery. If I go to do some other app, it will shut off the data to Skype. Apparently, it's some setting in my power saving mode. So I need to go
Yeah,
change.
that'll do that. If you're in power saving, it'll turn off all background stuff.
Note: there is a Chick-fil-A sauce shortage.
Oh no, whatever will we do?
Greg, we need
Just
to
go
look at
to
your stash
food
that you
line.
stole when you left.
I left almost a year ago, my dude.
So
Nah,
you
got
went through your
nothing.
stash already?
Yeah, I didn't even like Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A sauce.
Have you got
at
a
all.
Have you got a job lined up for up here?
I have I'm gonna be still working for my boss here while I look for stuff.
I say, because you can telecommute for the most part.
I got because I can do from here.
If you want to get into the fun world of rental cars, I know a guy.
How much is the pay? Because I might do that, actually.
It's not any better than what you're making, I don't think.
I think it's actually less than you're making currently.
It probably is, but I still want to know.
We start at 14 an hour for management trainee.
That's actually not bad. That's what That's only slightly less than when I started as a port tech. That was actually my first job pay. It was 14 an hour.
Question, preemptively before getting full blown into it. How much time did we skip, or will we want to
That's
save
one of the
that
things
for
we
later?
have to decide. How much time do we want to
That's a good
skip?
question. And I'm going to get the casualty report in a few moments. I'm just finishing up the intelligence report. Matt, I will have a note stating that after a certain point you don't have to keep saying stuff, as I don't want to overload people with options.
Okay.
Actually, you know what I could do? I could just say choose 2 cities,
Choose your own adventure.
and then later on you could maybe give some more information, because again I don't want to overload people. So yeah, that's what I'll do. Choose 2 cities and talk about them. No, I have like bullet points of things that you know, because I presume your characters like traveled around, not just doing uprisings, but also like legitimately doing spycraft, which could get you
I was about to
more
say-
information than other people.
He is very smart. Like,
Do we have someone with over 2D in knowledge?
yeah, I think he's maximum in knowledge. I forget what it is.
I think he's Mensa.
40?
40, yeah, I think he's Mensa.
Oh my god, there's a miracle happening.
Do we not have a knowledge guy?
We did not have a knowledge guy, which is one of the reasons I suggested it to you.
We do have a lore guy, though.
As we have people with knowledge skills, but we do not have a blatant knowledge guy.
Mm.
Hi, doing well. I have a mobile order for Matt.
I could probably do one more skill.
Like, if you want me to basically have like a good understanding of languages, I can do that. I have 3 dice in languages, 4 dice in basic, and then I have 4 dice in survival and 5 dice in jungle. You want me to try to understand something that's theoretical? I'm talking to the wrong person. And I think that's the same for everyone at this point.
For me, for Rory, it depends on the theoretical.
Okay.
Testing 1 2 5.
We can hear you.
1, 2, 5, check.
Okay. Could y'all hear me before?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
We heard
your order,
we heard
and
part of
then
your
that's-
order, and then you cut out.
Oh, okay. I don't know what the. I guess maybe when I. Okay. Can y'all still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what happened there.
Weird stuff.
This is a very small Chick-fil-A. They have the drive-through route all the way around.
I've seen Chick-fil-A's that were only drive-through and that's it. Like, you know those little Dairy Queen stores? Literally about that size and that's it. Sandwiches and fries and that's it.
Stop it.
There we go.
So yeah, we lost 8%, and I assume that's actual people, not droids.
I mean, if it's droids, that'd be even more amazing.
As if it's 8% droids and no people, then awesome. The streak continues.
I did not consider the droid contingent.
Just say yes, accept it.
No,
I was thinking
no.
of total combatant forces. So,
We
if
could
you
say
want to
8%
make
droids.
that your droids, you can.
The streak continues!
Man, some of those pilots got out like handy, especially that like one A-wing pilot that crashed.
Well, see,
Well, you see,
Zeskar.
it's a combination of Zeskar, the ejection button, and as we learned this week, pouring a little alcohol on your hand.
Oh yeah, some herb and some alcohol. It's terrific stuff, man.
What?
We've been playing Resident Evil 8 Village, and we've
Oh.
learned that a little rubbing alcohol cures everything. Everything.
But yeah, Resident
Isn't
Evil
that-
8 did come out.
Is that the one with the vampire lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does not matter how bad you get hurt, just pour a bottle of rubbing alcohol on the wound and you will be back to 100% in like 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, it's kind of the same way I'm like in the Far Cry games after at least Far Cry 3. Like if you don't have a med kit and if you have a skill, you could be like shot up, one health bar left. Oh, my finger got jammed. Okay, it's back. I'm good now.
Or
The
the
dude
occasional
falls
just
off the
pull
top of a
bullet out.
castle and pours some water on his hand and he's good.
Uh,
Here comes the first order.
The first order. Oh no.
So it's like, yeah,
Henrico County Police.
well trained in the ejection button, Zeskar, and water hands.
Water hands.
You know, kind of off topic, it bothers me that it is pronounced that way, Henrico, instead of Henrico.
You get used to it.
I still haven't.
No, I know, but it took me like a little while after I moved here before I was like, okay, it's Henrico. And then you'll get to the point where you hear someone say Henrico and it'll be nails on the chalkboard. You'll be like, no, it's Henrico.
Now, for me, that's Norfolk.
Have you gotten caught in the Poe White versus
No.
Pow Height debate yet?
No.
That was for Matt.
The Powhite versus the what?
Pow Height.
I have not heard Powhite before.
There's a dispute on whether the parkway is named after a guy named Poe White or the Pow Height Indians.
No. I'm gonna go with it's Powhite because it connects the Poe Whites to the rich whites.
Matt, what do you want your primary token to be? Like when you just initially drop it.
The humanoid look.
Okay.
That's what he normally goes around in. But like if he gets caught while he's sleeping or something, he'll be in the actual Claudite form. Oh shit.
Okay. Oh, did people have a chance to look at the megalodon?
I think I looked a little bit at it, but let me look again.
What does a giant shark have to do with this?
It's our new super base.
First order vehicle.
It's
thing?
a Walker scale ship.
Okay.
Mobile battle station type thing.
Wait, actually, David, didn't you say it looks like a pyramid?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that means we stole it from the Necron.
Or the First Order is the Necron.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, please no! Oh my gosh, that would explain so much. The Neferu dynasty.
Huh, I thought the cyber zombies were the other Star Wars game.
Oh, they're not. They're not. Well, they're. Oh, jeez. They're zombie robots.
They're not even. I wouldn't even say they're zombie robots. It's more.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it without going too far deep, but they're like Egyptian robots that used to be sentient beings, but now they're basically immortal. Until you kill them.
And the cost of that immortality is they all went insane.
Yeah, but they're
lower function.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
And the lower members don't have any sense of personality or anything, and they're just basically automatons at this point. While the rulers still have some level of their insane personality after millennia of being hibernation. But yeah,
Where is the Megalodon? I know it's a rebel cell, right?
I believe it was under
What you looking for?
the Megalodon.
It should be in the rebel cell folder.
Which part?
It's I believe it
it's
was
under
Walker
walkers,
scale.
it's under airspeeder, speeder, starship, starfighters.
Well, it's
technically.
not under Walker.
Oh, there it is. Starfighters.
Oh, it's a starfighter scale. Okay.
Mm.
As far as where we parked it, I imagine it had to go back to Deepwell for repairs.
Yeah. If you wanted to spend 2 weeks in an engineering team, you could give it the Darklands upgrades, which were complete but never had time to be sent over.
I imagine those would be essential if we're thinking about using it as a mobile base on the mainland.
Oh, where did Darklands upgrade
The stealth technology.
Oh yeah, we should probably do that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We should probably do that.
It's like the ability to cloak it occasionally would be useful.
What else? That's right. The Necron, the robot bodies they had are all made of living metal. So if you don't completely annihilate it, it'll just reform itself.
Yeah, it's a bad time. But
And you also
Bloody
can't kill them.
T-1000.
Because
kind of yeah, T-1000, but just basically Egyptian in like style.
and completely
open
batshit
space.
insane instead of Skynet kill everything.
There's a semblance of like at least some kind of like, oh yes, we are quote no. Nah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm used to the crazy collector guy.
Oh no.
And the
He's eccentric.
And I suppose we can convert the MD-0X deployment bay into a normal hangar bay.
If you'd like, yeah.
Since we can't, since, the big Zom blew up.
Yeah, the big zone did blow up.
Damn.
It majorly blew up.
I mean, there might be something left of it we can use to build
Well,
a new
from
one.
what I was told, we can salvage pieces of it, but it's not going to, be able to use its old hangar bay.
You have the dimensions of the base. You
Yeah.
could do some accurate conversions.
So we can actually store shit in there.
Okay. Oh, let me bring up critical things that I really should have had open already.
Give our 929 soldiers somewhere to hang out. 516 of which are pilots.
When did we get that many pilots? Jesus.
When David started rolling for the pirate training program, and suddenly like 500 pilots landed in my lap in one go.
It's like, oh, hello there.
So where the hell have you guys been this whole time?
Just
Chill out.
we're in training.
I just want you to know, I'm never going to that space station. I'm not going back on that space station.
I ain't getting on no plane.
One minute.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
thinking
good, they didn't skimp on the sauce.
I was thinking a month skip, which is what we normally do after major assaults. But if people want more time than that, I'm down.
I think I'm gonna need a year.
But you're not part of it yet, so you can take as much time as you wanted. We've been at this almost a year, so if you started when the game started, you'd be good.
That's fair.
I'm fine with a month. I don't think I would need more time, because hypothetically, I could at least get one of the R-Wing fighters going for test run.
Well, we have an R&D facility and, an entire army of technicians. I think you could probably get a couple going if you really wanted to.
Yeah, it's just I don't want to tie up our resources in a thing that may or may not be completely useful in its role. That's more or less it. It's like, I wonder if this will work.
So, where are we going to start? Because we're technically on a globe. We can go from one side to the other if we want.
Well, first we have to resolve a few things.
We just need to have the council of Karens, and then we'll be good.
Now, Rory's gonna have to talk to his cousin, because because Zasha wants, no wait, not Zasha,
Zaisha.
is it Zasha?
Oh, proposal to dedicate 147,000 credits worth of base construction materials towards rebuilding the cities we blew up.
Yes.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
I'd say, is 147 enough? We have 347.
No, we're not building a base anytime soon, since, you know.
I figured we didn't want to throw all our base construction materials at it, but we definitely want to make a significant donation. So 147 out of 347 sounded reasonable to me, but I wanted to make sure people were cool with it.
I'm not against this.
Okay.
I am for it.
So donated.
You're welcome to weigh in an opinion, even if we haven't met you, since you're a player. That.
Nope. My character would be donating more of it.
Fair enough.
I think a month also gives us time to get the satellites up.
More than enough time. Let's see. I know you guys are wanting to get the council set up.
Yes, the Council of Karens.
That's like some kind of prototype form of the round table setup, yeah. Including talking to Kingpin about giving him a seat so he stops, starting trouble.
Oh yeah, that's right. You want to be like, hey, do you want to finally play with us, or are you still gonna mope in your corner?
I still love how every time he tries to do anything around us, we have the same goal. We're just like, dude, stop.
It's like, to my understanding, his goal is to get all the criminal shit to come back and be under him. So if we go, hey, we want you to have a seat at the table, you will represent the criminals of the planet that's giving him what he wants.
But I have to answer to someone. Yeah.
The military force that can eliminate you. We really wanted to. He hasn't made us an enemy yet. Though I feel like he should be at this point.
Because it feels like a win-win to me, because we can use him for resources and he can help dictate policy to his benefit.
No, I agree with you logically, Tristan. At the same time, though,
And considering
this
this
guy
used
has
to be a
gotten in
criminal
our way.
organization planet anyway, including a criminal in the government, makes sense to me.
Yeah, we'll just do Morkborg. We'll just make crime like only measured. Like you can only do this much. It's easy.
You can't do crime within here, but if you want to go be criminals and make life hell for other people, give us a profit.
Or
You
do
can
it to the
jaywalk
first
as
order.
much. You can jaywalk as much as you want.
It's over there.
Yeah, it's taxable crime.
But nah, I personally feel like after how many times he has annoyed us and gotten in our way, with little effect that it has had, that they just should be enemies and be completely eliminated.
Well, I mean, if he doesn't take the deal, then we just squish him with our evil space pyramid.
That we're going to repaint, I hope.
I was like, we'll park it Independence Day over his, little Shoney's base and blow it up.
His base is a Shoney's.
Yes. Or at least it was last time we ran into
It was
him.
he had a back room in the cantina.
It was fucking hilarious. We had a giant freaking brawl there, and it was.
Yeah, I had snuck in as a civilian because they were trying to take me on the take, and to look at some tech they had stolen, which was ours, which we had stolen from the First Order.
No, that wasn't something we stole. That was one of our black market contacts that found a gift for us.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they stole your present.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they stole from our black market contacts. So, not only that, when I was going to go get the stuff, I was ambushed first one. I took great offense to that. And by great offense, when we got there, and then we finally found out that trouble was happening, I threw like how many stun grenades into the entire building?
Yes.
I will be back in about 5 minutes or so.
Okay. Have fun. Stay safe.
So,
Yeah.
we'll extend him that offer. Let's see what he does with it. Donate some repair materials. Donate some medical materials.
I don't know how much medical material we need to donate for literally every civilian being evacuated.
Well, we did our best, but people are going to get hurt, in the other cities if nothing else. We evacuated our city,
Fair enough. You're not wrong.
so I was like, after this we're going to be drowning in first aid kits. I figure we can throw a few around.
Yep. And plus we have backed up our own.
Yeah, that's it, because we captured our city basically intact.
There's just a few new alleyways and streets.
A couple collapsed sewer lines. Scraping up all those crashed TIE fighters again. Take forever.
It might be faster just to roll over them and repave the road.
Well, yeah, but then you
smush
can't
it down.
salvage them.
They're TIE fighters. You really think there's anything left to salvage on them?
Apparently
After hitting
enough
the
that,
ground?
they are designed so that when you crash it, you can get an E-Web blaster and a speeder bike out of it. So yeah, there's
And I mean, even still, Durasteel is Durasteel.
yeah.
We can't just...
Even if we're just reclaiming the material to put buildings back together, it's still something.
Well, he's like Lesai.
I mean, we don't personally have to do that. That's what engineers are for.
Mm-hmm.
We call
Okay,
it training.
bye Costco. Go have fun. Go lead the project.
I don't, dude. I have a lot of projects I'm going over. I'm helping with making and honestly, oh gosh, I feel like Rory's gonna be like, I can finally make this efficient and actually have people like the city.
I feel like Galaxy Commander Costco can delegate now.
Yes, Commander Costco can now delegate. Wait, no,
But
better
yeah.
name, Costco Commander.
But yeah.
Sounds like
Order
the dollar store
matters.
knockoff of Cobra Commander.
Say what, Matt?
That wasn't Matt, that was Chris.
No, I thought. Yeah, sorry.
It's like the guy-
Yes, so Rory's helping with reconstruction, building the ships, maintaining pirate radio, and whatever else might be possible. So yeah, he's busy.
Okay.
Oh no, that means I am the one with the most free time right now. Oh.
So it sounds like
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have me stuck doing the press tour to the different commanders and doing a lot of time in the forge.
okay. How much are you guys wanting to oversee the city repairs?
I feel like that would be Roy's department in terms of if any of us are overseeing it beyond the initial just showing up to make sure that people are aware we're helping with it.
Yeah, to make sure that they're not forgotten.
Question though, should Rory show up or Sparks?
Whichever one you feel is more appropriate.
Let's see. I know you did mention needing to have a conversation with Zesha.
Yeah, I can't help you,
she-
crazy lady.
No, that's fine. That's fine. She has questions. You know what? Sparks will be, quote, Sparks will be the one who was helping. You know what? He'll do what, he'll kind of two-face it. Once in a while, it will be like, yeah, Rory said go do this.
Oh no,
It's
he's
like,
becoming Two-Face. Do we need to paint one side of his armor black, the other side of his armor white?
That would just be yin-yang.
But also Two-Face. Because he literally wore a black and white suit.
True. But yes, you were saying, Dave?
Yeah. I was just wondering if you wanted to play that out or not.
Oh yeah, I'm very willing to play that out. I didn't know if others wished to play out, because I believe Triss wanted to try playing out, talking to Shatterfane, aka Kingpin.
No, I don't need to play that out. It really is just very much walk in, deliver the offer, and see if
Get
he
the
shows
answer.
up.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, I am ready whenever you are, David.
Okay. One second, I'm figuring something out real quick. Let me change that to 200. Yep, but if I remember correctly, she was rather suspicious of you.
Mm-hmm.
Can't imagine why.
Yeah, can't imagine.
Okay.
Has returned with food.
So, oh, there it is. Where do you wanna be when you have this conversation?
I don't really know, because again, by the sound of it, Rory is going to be going a lot of different places. First order of business will probably be repairing some stuff, but reconstruction of Coal Hall will definitely be a bumped up priority because civilians in their homes.
Okay. Given everything people are wanting to do, and I presume the repair of the foundation is important enough that you want to get it to a certain level, I'll say 2 months for all that.
So we're adding a second month to the skip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Testing 125.
There you are.
Hello.
Alrighty. We have the headset on. Going to let the puppies out of the cage. Be forewarned, you might get a little noisy. Hush. You want to get back in your crate? Hush. Hush, come on. I'm assuming your papa's already taken you guys out since we're in the same crate together. Come on. Come chill out. No. Okay. You guys still with me?
Yep. There we
Okay.
go. Just had to get that.
Titan, if you bark again, I will put you back in your crate.
Okay. Okay, so you said you're not sure where you want to have the conversation?
By the sound of it, by the sound of it, Rory is going to be in the middle of reconstruction, or at least playing it out while this happens. So, if she wants to talk about it, then as he's going over blueprints, okay, send runners here. Okay, figure out what to do here. Yes, ma'am. What is your concern? Of course. Yes, sir. Blah blah blah.
Okay. Would you be out of armor?
That is something I've been considering because it's okay, Coal Hall is technically taken.
Yeah.
His job as a miner is technically done. He can't really do undercover in the mining areas and at least around here. So he's would keeping it incognito still be good or what?
That's up to you. Do you want people to publicly be aware that you were part of the resistance the whole time?
Because one of the things is, I mean, if you're out of armor, then it's then it could very well be possible that she could identify you on sight.
Hmm. Yeah, understandable.
Do it. Do it.
What was your opinion on Triss? Just they would know that you had been the entire time, or?
And do you care if they knew you were, with the Maquis the entire time?
You know what? Rory has done enough hiding. Yeah, he'll just be in normal clothes. He'll have his helmet off, but he'll be wearing the armor. And some of his he'll wear his mining cap. Yes, hi, yes, it's me, yes, it's me. Move over there, please.
It is I.
Do this.
Okay.
But just for thematic's sake, he would have kept the helmet on when she knew he was when he knew she was gonna come for dramatic reveal. He's taken a few pages out of Crow's book.
I would say he's learning.
He's becoming a proper galaxy commander.
Dramatics.
It is the way.
This is the way. Yes, ready when you are.
Okay. Okay, and I'll just, okay, so cool, okay, yeah, gotcha. Okay, you'll be in the, as you kind of described earlier, a kind of planning room, images of areas that are being worked on, kind of receiving calls that of various areas that need assistance, or kind of triaging construction, as it were.
Yeah, I figure he would kind of be like in a command tent of some sort, command facility, like central to it, like everybody can find it within the city.
Okay. Okay. There'll be the occasional person in and out, and until you hear a particular voice speaking clearly to you from behind and off to the left. You really seem to know your way around the city.
Why? Well, I would hope so. I lived here long enough. Plus, Tatsu will operate here. First thing is first is to know where you operate.
Sorry, what was that?
First thing to know is to know where you operate.
Given how you're directing them, it's more than study. Now, that's not really my concern right now. My concern is about some of the things you said when we were taking over the Megalodon.
Understandable. Oh no, what is this? Okay, Tris, I see. But anyways, understandable. Which part are you concerned about? As he's like writing on blueprints and going over like a data pad and stuff like that.
You brushed me off last time I asked, so I'm just going to flat out ask it. Unlike,
of course.
Unlike Lasley or Kane, you've been around enough, and I'm tired of playing the longer game. Who are you under that helmet? I imagine you're at least an ally of the traditionalists.
Something like that. First off, though, yeah, the only reason I brushed you off is because we were kind of busy being shot at. But no, you're right. You take some moments, and you know what? Yeah, the long game is done. He'll pop off his seal, take off the helmet, and kind of put off the side. Hello, Station. And then look at her in the eye. Hello, Station.
Second. There we go. I thought this said talk. A look of surprise will cross her face for a moment as it twists into a frustrated anger. She quickly moves towards you to punch you, actually.
She's either mad because you're the miner that's the best worker ever, is actually a rebel leader, or she knows you're Rayor at this point already. One of the two.
One of the two.
Yeah, those are not the hit rolls, by the way. That was for something else. Some of the people around you are moving in to try to stop her, but she may be a bit too quick a fist.
I would suggest not being punched. I've seen her punches, they're terrifying.
Oh, believe me, I know. I know they're terrifying. I recall how many dice of punch she has. Jeez.
Hey, as long as she's not aiming for the face, you at least have a Zeskar. Maybe they'll do something. Also, I'm getting really concerned when I see Crow just typing.
I'm doing math.
Forever typing.
I'm basically using Roll20 as a calculator.
Let me guess. All of the convoy grade stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you intending to defend yourself, or?
Yes, I will attempt.
Okay.
But he also knows that she has been training much longer than he has, so he's not expecting to go anywhere with it. But if he somehow manages it, yeah, he and I will both be very surprised.
Huh. For some reason, that math doesn't add up right. Or at least in... Well, I'm looking at it. Because each of those numbers are 6-digit figures.
I was totaling up the different part thingies that, like Maquis flag and all that other shit.
Mm.
No, did you need me to roll, David, or?
Yeah, if you're wanting to defend yourself, yeah, I'll need a roll.
I didn't know if
okay.
she had rolled already.
Well, that's closer than I expected.
Yeah, I kept rolling sixes. I was very surprised.
Okay, a number of Maquis move in. You'll hear some shouts of "huh" or "hey, stop" as this comes in, and with a jab that you're familiar with as a shock boxer, comes in and clocks you. Could I get? Actually, I do need to minus for the cold shot. which would lower it to 38, which is still higher than your 32. Okay.
No, I don't want to do it.
Someone's
Okay.
getting punched in the face.
Could you roll soak, please, as the jab goes to your face?
What was the roll?
Soak. Since it's to your face and you took your helmet off, there's no armor.
Best of luck to you.
Yeah, I know this is gonna hurt.
What's the difference between civilian equipment and mundane equipment?
That's a very
Yes.
good question.
So just
Mundane
pure
knickknacks.
So generic crap.
Wire, string, yeah. Marbles. I'm sorry, Greg. What was it?
Just pure strength, right? Because of the soak.
Yeah, unless you have some like
Stamina.
plating that I'm unaware of.
Ooh, actually, wait, I forgot something. Does the energy shield that the Sotal gave us help?
If you had it on, but
It's built into the armor.
Yeah, it only covers the area that the armors cover.
Oh no, I know, but does that add to like brawling or anything like
It
that?
adds
Like
to your
defense
soak
or-
if you have the armor on.
Yeah.
Okay.
But because you took the helmet off, it's not on your head.
Oh no, understandable. Understandable. Just making sure.
so yeah, it's just strength plus stamina if you have stamina.
Wait, strength
Oh,
plus
what?
stamina? What?
I was like, where are you
No.
getting stamina?
It's
I thought you include stamina for
Stamina is
wait.
for calculating hit points. Soak is just strength, if you don't have armor.
Well, I don't have stamina for
Okay.
some reason. I feel like I need it at this point.
Okay, D6s.
oh, okay. I mean, it smarts, but it doesn't dislocate your jaw or anything. Though after the impact, you will hear the sound of weapons being drawn and pointing at Zesha. But she's less concerned about them and more looking at you.
Would you say
You
that's
were here
probably
this
enough for like?
entire time. Clearly you're with this Maquis, but later, even before the Megalodon, you decided just to keep yourself hidden.
Would you say the punch would have been enough for blood? Like at least in the mouth.
Enough for blood. Yeah,
So-
yeah. I mean, the 19 is a decent amount of damage.
Oh,
so
yeah.
yeah, if you want there to be some blood, go right ahead.
Yeah, he'll kind of put his hand there and spit blood onto the ground. Yes, I was, and it was because I was with the rebellion. It's called. Didn't you learn anything? And I'll actually, before he says anything, he has people like put down their weapons.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's a personal dispute.
They'll lower their blasters.
You obviously have forgotten several history and political lessons. If you want to understand people, to make them see you as not threatening, you be in plain sight. You be nice and subservient until they turn their back.
I'm not an idiot. I understand that, especially when we were first brought here. I'm referring to after the family here started dividing. you had to know I'd been looking for other family to ally with. You don't think it couldn't have been mutually beneficial?
Mutually beneficial. Mutually beneficial. Oh, I'm sorry. Does the Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was going to need an ally with snakes that were eating their own cells again.
One second. She's gonna try to grab you. She's less proficient at grabbing, though. If you believe that roll, it's still pretty good. And
He won't. He won't resist.
Okay, so yeah, she'll grab your one of the if I remember correctly, it's like a layered.
You have the breastplate, the metal parts, and then you have like the jumpsuit underneath. Yeah.
Okay, she'll grab under the breastplate and is exerting force to lift, but she's not actually exerting enough effort to actually lift you off your feet. You're just feeling that she has some strength, strength behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Think whatever you want of me, but believe this much: family is important to me, and bringing it together likely would have had me at least briefly overlook your past. As a Rayor, I had assumed family was equally as important to you, whether we're dysfunctional in your eyes or not.
Roy will have like this kind of sad, like knowing smile. Family was something to me.
Zesha has like a combination of both it's a inward sadness, but outward anger. Which the anger part's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Family did mean something to me. But then our elders, our parents, decided that things would be better. Better if others kept quiet and were eliminated. At that point, when family kills family for over a stupid trade dispute that probably has had more effects than we possibly know, I don't really care about blood anymore. Yes, you are of my blood. I am son of the Rayor. But the Rayor are not who they used to be. We let power blind us. I mean, look at what you and Leslie went over. Those are just mere instances of stuff like that. What if she had brought Rayor on her side? What if you had brought Rayor on your side? It would have been a schism all over again. And then what? The Rayor would have, that one there would have gone further and further and further.
She'll turn her head. turn her head, like intentionally is not looking at you, and so, she'll be gritting her teeth.
I'm not going to lecture you on how you live your life. I'm no better. But I'm doing what I can. Not because it's for the raid anymore, but because it's for Zenti, my home. This is my home. These are my people. And the First Order has robbed so many others of that. They robbed me of my parents. They robbed me of my inheritance, of so much else. I can blame the Imperial Rayor all I want. I probably still will for years to come, and I will take every bit of my ounce to not want to gut you all myself. But I will save my wrath for the true enemy, the one who made us do this, the First Order. And I will burn them to the ground.
She'll release your armor piece and take a few steps back, clearly not expecting this intensity from a outwardly average, some may even say meek-looking individual.
Oh, she's not wrong. That's pretty meek.
Until you put explosives in front of him.
I almost committed suicide the day I was found by the Maquis. My mother was kidnapped, my father was dead, there was nothing else I had. But then a friend offered me a chance to take from the First Order back what I had.
Oh man. I guess the commander has gotten into idle status.
Zesha will turn her attention more fully back to you than the over there that she was in for a moment. I'm sorry that your past was so dark and brutal. I was working inside the system to control it. However, and she'll lift her head and be looking at you a bit more appraisingly. I can appreciate your backbone standing up to me, countering me, and even bringing up a good point. Before, I was fine with the grand plan of, well, you know how we operate. Until they started messing with family. So while I may not be the one uplifted from despair as you are, I too consider the First Order trouble that could be more directly opposed. She'll take a few steps towards you. She's not going to grab you this time, but is enough to get rather close. And as much as I loathe to admit it, I think I do have some small taste of your perspective, because you're right. It would have caused another bloody schism in the family. And honestly, I don't like the fact that I can agree with you about that.
Then the Rayor must do what we did long, long ago. Adapt.
I don't know, there was the fans. I only got part of that.
Oh, so the Rayor must do what we did long, long ago. Adapt.
Soon, yes, but I don't think I'm capable of that right now.
Do as you wish, Seisha. The Rayor aren't my responsibility anymore. And he waves a hand over, like, the blueprints and, like, the Maquis members. This is. I have more things to worry about than family. Family is good, all well and good, but I'm good at what I do.
She'll slowly nod. I'll remember your opinion, and I'll leave you to your work.
He'll nod.
Let's see. What she... I need to roll to see how much she remembers of you in particular.
The answer is a 2.
If the answer is nothing. Okay.
Hypothetically, he might say something, though, that could jog her memory a little bit more, because, like, as she's leaving, he'll say, oh, by the way, it's Rorson, Rayor. He'll, like, it's basically throwing her a bone of, like...
She'll pause a moment once you identify yourself. From what you've said, you're only half right.
About...
You don't deserve to be a Rayor. She'll walk out.
And scene.
Yeah. Woo!
Oh, she's a charmer.
Oh, she... Despite being a bit more hostile, she really does care about family. So the fact that he's like, yeah, I don't care about the family anymore, really is like, well, fuck you too.
Well, I mean, he does, like, he admits that he does care about family, but not as much as it is anymore. It's like, that kind of stabbed me in the back.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But yeah, fun fact, with how I had originally written Rory's backstory, his dad was already dead, and his mom had just been kidnapped. He was about to commit suicide, but that's when Sarah's character found him.
Woo!
So yeah, that was originally how he got into the Maquis.
Nice.
Hey, at least your people weren't uplifted and then moved halfway across the galaxy.
Oh yeah. That's like that's rough, buddy.
No, yours is personally rough in a personal sense. Mine is my entire worldview has been shattered and been reformed by the First Order.
Societal breakdown.
Okay. Crow, you were gonna talk with I forget his name. Shit.
Shadrafane.
Chadrafane. And as with typical Mando style, he was just going on take it or leave it.
Yeah, pretty much. This is the deal we're offering. If not, well, we'll deal with you as you become a problem.
Which will be after I step out of this door.
I have no wish to fight you, but, if you choose to, continue the fight that neither one of us have a need to continue at this point, because we're basically offering you what you want, that's on you. Don't get greedy. And we were offering you the means to get what you want, which is to get shit back to normal under you.
I'll take an economic seat.
There you go.
Oh.
Just don't interfere too much with how I run things.
That's between you and the round table.
Hmm.
I've got a war to fight. Running, what's left in my wake is up to you guys.
Okay.
Just don't be worse than the people we kicked out.
Dimitri. That's right. You said you were essentially doing R&R.
Yep.
I mean, I don't have anything else to specifically do. No targets to scout. The whole place is under our control. I'm not an
possibly looking for
engineer.
holdouts.
I can delegate that.
Am I gonna keep Zeskar yields on here?
So yeah, unless the con needs me for anything specifically, I'm
Did
just
I
gonna
actually get
chill.
that position?
I see no reason that you shouldn't have a position.
Just wanted to make sure people were cool before I assumed the role without telling anybody. Because that's supposed to be an commander elected position.
I already told you my opinion, Ben.
I know. I'm just giving the other person who is currently involved in the organization a chance to object if he's so
Okay,
inclined.
with 2 months.
Does the Greg want to object?
No. In fact, probably like to probably put Crow at ease and also legitimately kind of do it. Roy would suggest, oh yeah, there used to be this old like Zenty thing. I imagine the Mandalorians as a warrior culture had it of basically if you stake your claim, if you wish over leadership, all in favor of this, basically raise your sword and blah blah blah, just stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah, I found it interesting how the role of Khan is very similar to the role of Mandalore. I.e., basically they go, "Yeah, you're in charge now. Deal with it."
Oh yeah. The Khan is very much like, especially Genga, especially Temujin, Genghis Khan.
That's a lot of suits.
As I mentioned, they had stockpiles.
I swear, I'm not trying to make a Mandalorian clan, guys.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
If any other Mandalorians show up, that's exactly what we tell them.
Yep. As I mentioned, there's going to be a 2-month time pass.
I mean, would it be so bad as to make a new Mandalorian clan?
Only in the sense that it now has to start competing with everybody else for, resources and shit.
They're over there, we're over here. I don't think that'll cause a problem yet.
And so I haven't been able to find, what the rules are when a new Mandalorian clan pops up, but I imagine there's some kind of shit we'd have to go through.
Well, you're the boss. So if we want to say we're not a Mandalorian clan, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
We totally are, at least for what you've described as Mandalorians and this organization chart.
During the time past then, during the latter part, so say with 3 weeks out, given all of the information that was accrued during the large battle to take everything back, Adrakino is going to open communications with. Well, I mean, if you've been made Khan at this point, with Commander Khan. She'll give some made-up mock salute. As I assume your identity is still secret at this point, you're still just the Mando.
Yeah, that's intentional.
Yep. Mandalorian Khan.
We need to find a new nickname for you.
It would.
That
it would
works
be
with Khan.
pronounced Khan.
We'll just call him Khan.
I also refer Commander Khan.
Mang-
It's smooth, but it's not canon.
Mangus Khan.
Mandus Khan. It doesn't flow like Katana Khan. But anyway, and after the mock salute, I hope you're not too busy.
Galaxy Khan.
No? What you need?
No, it's more what I can do for you. From what I understood, that the island wasn't the end for you.
Nope.
I have
What's going on?
I have a rather competent contact in the mainland that I would like to call over. They'll have much more up-to-date information than I did. I still haven't quite figured out how long I was in Carbonite anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've given us no reason not to trust you, and you've passed the vetting process, so...
Yeah, what's with those waivers, by the way?
I'm sure there's some legal consideration that goes over my helmet.
Yeah. That said, I will extend out the communication that it may take some time to get to them, considering they can be out and about. So I think I know where I can leave a message. Where would you like me to set up a meet?
Are we expecting them to come to us, or us to go to them?
That's a good question. Matt, do you have a preference?
No.
Because, I mean, there's these very
Haven't-
conveniently placed middle ground, possibly neutral territory islands between the...
Ah,
I
yes.
haven't been off the mainland. I haven't been off the mainland in a while.
No, that's Shadow Island. We don't go there.
Who's a good girl?
Okay. Let me. I really made this planet too damn big.
Yes, it would take us weeks to get anywhere.
That's on me. Well, see, my excuse is the planet is full of natural resources.
Lots of
Lots of population.
The way you said that.
I mean, don't worry. Like, if you actually took time to look, Matt, our little island is larger than a continent. Like, I wish I was joking, but I'm not.
Okay. Okay, in that case, okay, I can set up some a neutral meeting point on the middle island there.
Works for me. And just enough Zeskar left over to make Matt a suit if he decides to join us versus being his own faction.
Wait, what?
If you join us, you get special awesome armor. If you don't join, if you're just an ally, you don't get the armor. And I have just enough material to make you one if you decide to enlist versus being your own faction.
freelance.
Fair enough.
The downside is, that waiver though.
Yep. All the
Well,
paperwork.
I can enlist without signing the waiver. I just won't get treated by the doctor.
I say, just,
You won't be
I don't-
treated by that
I don't
doctor.
trust. Yeah.
What?
If he wants to waive his right to comprehensive dental, who am I to?
I saved the Maquis money that way.
Are you sure you would not like to enroll for our cybernetic program? Or we have cybernetic.
Cybernetic. So the cybernetic program it's a big no for me. I'm a hard pass on cybernetics.
It's more like insurance of like if this happens, we will just do that for.
Yeah, I'm still a hard pass on the cybernetics. Thanks though.
Oh,
Fair
but the Cyber Maquis program is awesome.
I
Yeah, if you
literally
lose
took,
any limbs, you'll automatically have it replaced.
I took bio rejection.
Ooh.
That just means it's harder. You
I
can still
can't
do it.
get cybernetics.
That's it, you can. It's just harder.
Yeah. Asuka.
Okay.
It means Sierra might actually have to roll for it.
Oh no.
But yes, anyways.
Okay.
Yes, I'm cutting your food. 1 second.
In that case, then. Okay. Who's going to be at the meeting? Is it going to be everyone or just you?
Well, considering we are just meeting this person for the first time, and while he comes highly recommended, it could still be a trap. I imagine Crow would want to bring the PC squad.
Okay.
I will grumble but accept this.
Get Dimitri up in his little sniper post and shit, just in case this goes sideways, either by fault of our contact or by fault of somebody, leaking information about our contact.
Okay.
We've learned ambushes are a thing.
This is true.
We've had to deal with them and did them ourselves.
Yes.
Stop.
So I imagine having the first star on hand would be a good idea.
I guess that means I'm sitting somewhere at medium range.
The fist of the East Star, if you will.
You know what? I say we need to go with the Rising Sun option. If we're gonna go this route, we had to do it.
The Khan's dog.
No, that's Quinlan.
Where's
You always meet him too.
Where's the crew manager? Oh, you renamed him. That's why I wasn't. Okay. Does he have a new image? No. Okay. He doesn't have like a revamped plate image.
Give me time, man. I've been doing art for everybody else. I spent 2 days doing new art for Darling that nobody will ever probably see.
I saw it. It looked nice.
For who?
One of Sierra's characters.
Sierra Supers.
Okay.
I'll be interested to see the artwork you do when you eventually get to our games.
Oh, okay. In that case, it sounds like Matt, that provided you accept the call to meet.
If I decline it, what happens? Like, I assume that would be the end of the story arc there. So,
If you decline, then Adrakina is going to wonder what's wrong, and if she needs to come with her new allies to help you.
oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Then yeah, no, I will.
It'd just be a different story.
Yes, I am besieged by the greatest enemy, boredom.
I don't know how I'm getting from point A to point B, since I'm a new character without a boat.
Well, may I make a
But-
suggestion?
Sure.
Well, if you have faction contacts.
You could either use persuasion to get some of the more the people that are, shall we say, atypical in regards to the First Order to help you book passage, or you could use shapeshifting and con to get your way onto a boat.
Or you could take a
Oh,
flight.
really? We're gonna go with the lesser of those two, and join a pirate crew, I guess, headed that direction.
Okay.
I mean, I assume that they're still pirates, and they probably carry stuff out to the Maquis.
Or more specifically,
Just
our
as-
black market contacts, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you can get like a pirate or a smuggler group to take you there.
And then, how much do I know about the Maquis, just again? If I recall, you said I know that they have an army of Mandos.
It said that that the Maquis command staff is all Mandalorians, and that they're the most solid rebellion group that you've heard about. Unlike pretty much most of the mainland, they have not been shattered by whatever shadow has been going around destabilizing rebel cells.
Okay.
Let's see. What else? Actually, no, because she hasn't done much. I can't make that joke. Okay.
I remember that there was something about their medical team, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. What else?
Leading medical advances or something like that.
Yeah. It's of course said that they have an army.
Yeah, they have an army.
Yeah.
I'm imagining because of Xander's. I'm imagining because of his like zealotry. Zealotry, is that a word?
Yeah, that's a word.
Yeah, that's a word.
Okay. I'm imagining because of his zealotry, he's probably gonna fangirl a little bit when his contact is like, "I got you an audience with the Maquis."
Okay.
So he is definitely going to do this. He's definitely gonna meet them. He's gonna be like, "Yeah, I need a boat going that way. You can drop me off at that one little island." I don't know. There's civilization on the island, yes.
I don't
Big
know.
island.
It's not marked.
That particular island. Um,
I keep saying
can
it's the
you
shop,
make me
man.
a planetary systems roll, which is under knowledge?
Ooh, knowledge roll.
Then we find out that we're telling him to go to a deserted island for our first meeting.
Didn't.
I don't think I have planetary systems. Alrighty, that's going to be a 14.
Okay. From what you recall, most, if not all, of the population of that particular island has been removed because the First Order has, quote, gotten as much out of it as they can.
Oh,
It's demanded.
so basically like the British Empire and the America did to Diego Garcia. Got it.
Yeah, it's like if there are population centers, they're going to be rather small.
Roger that. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll just tell them, drop me off. I don't know what a good amount of credits is to pay them, because I do not recall what a acceptable amount would be to pay these pirates to drop me off. What are they asking to drop me off there?
Are you putting on a disguise, or are you just going as yourself?
My human form,
Okay.
like, well,
And I take it that's the one that normally does the rallying speeches and such.
yeah.
Okay. In which case, their trips. Well, you've certainly made getting things easy for me, so I'll go on the cheaper side for you. 200 credits, and that'll cover room, board, meals, and a trinket or two.
Is it a trinket or two?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Sounds like a plan.
Okay. What a trinket or two is any availability one or two item that does not exceed 150 credits.
I still have not looked in the book to see what prices of things are, so I'll take your word for it. I will look and find some trinkets at some point. But I need to mark off some funds. Oh no.
You're getting there via pirate smugglers. What mode of transportation are the Maquis using? I assume that it's Kaital, but
Yeah, that was my thought.
Okay.
I was gonna say, is it anything but the Kaital?
Well, I mean, we could have been a dick and showed up in the Megalodon.
No.
I mean, don't we have the floating base that we could take?
No, the floating
That's
base
the
sank. We blew it up.
Sorry, not the floating base. The battleship. Wait, that's what I meant.
The
Yeah,
Megalodon.
the land battleship? I mean, yeah, we
No.
got that, but that seems a little overkill.
Yeah, we're trying to be stealthy here.
How do you like a ride? Dun, dun, dun.
How do you like a red? Oh, it's nice. Oh, no, not that. That. What the? I know, right?
Yeah, you tell him. You tell him, Asuka. Asuka
Okay.
does
We're
not
not allowed to
approve.
make an entrance. A grand entrance, some might say.
No.
Arriving on the island, there'll be glows that even illuminate in the day. As you can see by the image, the island has been completely strip mined. there's been great gashes done in the earth.
Worst of all possible outcomes. Got it.
Upside, since it has been completely stripped, there's not many people that really come here.
That's fair.
The heat is markedly higher than it was on the island. That has to do with, again, the strip mining. Not helped by the fact that, let me look at the weather. Not helped by the fact that it is currently suffering a heavy rain. The weather pattern, not the video game.
At least it's not gonna be as humid for a little bit.
So there's a bit of obfuscation from that, along with clouds of mist via large portions of evaporation, as the rain pools and spills over into points of melted material. Oh, also, as a complete aside, the PTP Global Net is active.
Yep.
Hey!
We officially have our own cell system.
Huzzah!
Second space sprint.
So, Stalling point number 286 for joining the Maquis.
We now have private landlines.
with rollover minutes. But for minutes you don't use rollover till next month.
Yukino will let out a bit of a sigh. I had forgotten the island was like this. Well, rather, I didn't expect it to still be glowing.
Who's she with?
Huh?
Who's she saying this to?
More just to herself.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because I'm like, is she with
She's traveling with the Maquis.
Yeah, she's traveling with you guys because it's her contact.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I kind of expect her to be here to make introductions and
just
take the blame if this goes sideways.
Yeah, so I presume she's just near a window or and just kind of looking out.
What did they do? Besides, do you happen to know what they were mining here?
I presume the same thing they've been mining everywhere else.
Kyber crystals and Zescar.
Well, it could be, but don't forget, Zenti is rich on a lot of different minerals. Plus, I don't remember stuff glowing that much.
It looks like they cracked pretty far down.
Say what?
It looks like they cracked pretty far down.
I wonder if they woke up more Tyranids.
That could also explain the situation if they had to bomb the place.
True. Could also have been one of the test sites for the drill.
Could be.
The fact that it's glowing doesn't concern anyone. Like, maybe it's radioactive.
Really? All the magma flows we've been to, and now it concerns you?
Well, those were
Magma's
magma flows.
different than...
You know what? Oriole one sensor just to make sure it's not radioactive.
You're picking up a lot of heat, but no harmful radioactivity.
Nothing radioactive to worry about. So maybe they just hit the core or something. Or the crust, or the crust. Yeah.
Actually, could I get a I believe you actually have geology on your sheet.
Yes, I do.
Could you give that a roll since it looks like you're looking at it?
Yes. Go be the proper miner you're supposed to be.
This is my job. I know very niche things, but they are very well-known things.
Hey, those niche things have saved us so many times. Your skills with duct tape alone have won entire battles.
It is not a joke.
I never let you
Okay.
hotwire my car, but
It's he'd hotwire it. Your engine would be getting quadruple speed for 6 seconds, and it would break down.
Hey, it lasts longer than 6 seconds.
Sure, if you're standing on the engine while he's driving.
But okay, your nice things roll. From looking at this, it looks like that they must have hit a magma pocket, triggering a dormant volcano. However, the First Order would have instruments, if anything, the oscillating sensors that the Tachikomas use proves this much. So they would have been aware of it. You're figuring that it must have been intentionally triggered, as doing so would cause fissures, increased magma flow, premature detonation of a volcano.
So yeah, Rory will say those things and extrapolate.
so keep the lava gem in the lead-lined pocket. Got it.
You guys will reach your rendezvous point soon. Are you gonna take the Kaitol like directly to it, or are you gonna be off a little bit and go on foot?
I don't want to. I'm being cautious. I don't want to reveal the ship yet, and I'd rather keep it somewhere where it's actually got a semi-safe landing zone. So we're gonna put it back a little ways.
Okay.
That way, if we need help, Reset can bring it in.
Keels. For you, Xandor, the pirate guy that'll drop you off. I don't quite know what you're doing here, but for what you've done in Sildas, I don't mind loaning you a little ride. I do expect it back at some point. Xandor?
Cooler. It doesn't look like you're muted.
Matt?
If you're talking.
Can you guys hear me?
Now, yeah.
Hello?
There we go.
I don't know what the hell this thing is doing. It's just specifically doing stuff to piss me off. Okay, how much did you hear?
We didn't hear
Any of
anything.
it?
You were completely silent as far as we were.
That's fine. So he just said, I expect you back at some point. I said, of course, my friend. I would say that if I am missing in action for a few weeks, maybe have the search parties come look for me here if this doesn't go well and I don't get a ride back from the people I'm meeting.
Okay. Okay. Could have had more than just that.
Would definitely be not cool if he got dropped off here. Then Oi! Daddy is currently gaming. I know. You haven't seen Daddy all day.
Here,
Okay.
he has gained hit points.
Oh,
Who has
shit.
gained hit points?
My dog.
Oh.
Hey! Quinlan! Yay.
Did I roll my hit points? I think I rolled my hit points. Yeah, I have no hit points. Sit. Sit. Down. Okay. Alrighty, where were we?
I believe it was, was it pretty much accepting the loan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Being in debt to pirates, what's the worst that could happen?
Eh. Nothing too bad.
I just go do a job for them, go pose as go pose in customs or something and help them squeeze something through. Okay. Alrighty.
Here is the ride that you are loaned. Let me just make it a bit bigger.
Ooh. These are not the droids you're looking for.
I say, you got an old school shooter.
He is literally the old school, damn.
I'm gonna need some sunglasses. So,
I guess we have a flying antique over here now.
that's what he meant by loading me right. Okay. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, we can still hear you.
Okay. Yes. I'm now going to be paranoid anytime I say something and there's not a response. Alrighty. Need some aviators. Yeah, that's what he needs. He's like trying to play it cool when he pulls up, even though he's like literally fanboying inside because he's about to meet the Maquis.
Nobody move, he's about to squee all over us.
I am 50 meters that way, thank you.
Yeah, I kind of moved you off to the sides and said you like wanted to be in medium range.
Prepare for tactical glomp.
Oh, I'm prepared for that. I got special equipment just for that.
I'm just sitting here with the E-web set up, or the not E-web set up, and a pair of binoculars just watching.
Who's watching?
Okay. Given that you're not being chased and the environment is relatively stable, your speeder ride over here is not too terribly complicated.
Okay. The
you
maps and directions were easy to follow.
Yep.
Good thing I took. Okay, continue.
Okay, yep, no problem. You will see a... Well, actually, Dimitri, I take it you're camouflaged?
Oh yeah.
Can I get a hide roll?
Let me go back to my computer.
How alert is Andor being?
Pretty freaking alert.
Okay. In which case, I would like a search roll as you approach the area just to see what kind of general information you're going to be getting. Is anyone else on the Maquis side being particularly stealthy?
No.
And is this a powered eye system?
Yes. Yeah. You can use supers as a foundation of your knowledge of how dice and skills work.
Why does it keep caps locking?
I know it's hide for myself, but if I make a hide, would it be concealed?
Yeah, the hide skill includes things like setting up camo nets and things like that. It includes camouflage as well as hiding things on your person.
Mm.
Which is why, sneak would be like if you're like actively moving around. Hide is where if you're.
I'm just
not-
asking because I have specifically conceal.
Ah.
Like I have hide and then I have hide conceal.
Hide
So the
conceal
conceal things.
is like hiding things on your person so customs doesn't find them.
Mm. Cool. Just wanted to double check that.
Okay. Sent you my search roll, David.
Got it.
Mm.
I keep wondering what the wheelchair is doing here, but I'm like, oh wait, yeah. Okay.
Oh no, I don't see him.
Hey, keeping your wits about you as you approach, you see a oncoming group, all sporting similar armor except for. Come on. Except for this person, provided they actually pop up. There we go. Which you recognize as Adra Kino, a missing rebel from the mainland.
Okay.
And
How long has she been missing?
I have to include the time pass in there.
A puppy!
Wait till he describes this puppy.
4.
Hold on.
4-ish months.
What was that?
4-ish months.
4-ish months? Okay.
There we go.
It's not a puppy. It's a big ass fucking.
It's a
Oh, okay.
big ass wolf covered in armor with a droid jetpack.
This is one of those things where Tristan got the cutest photo possible for it,
Yeah.
but it's actually...
It's actually a dire wolf, but yes, I got the cutest photo possible for it to fuck with Sierra.
Not only that, if you pet it the wrong way, it will literally tear apart armor.
Yeah, its fur is kind of like razor blades.
Yeah.
Armor-piercing razor blades.
If you wish to know that.
Apparently, it's a local animal.
Um,
At least on our island, it might not be everywhere else.
Is it an alien species roll?
I want to. Yeah, I want to. That was my first thought. I want to double check to see if beast riding includes some actual knowledge.
Check that out. Stop waiting for a second.
There you go. Riding a Britain's character ride any mounts. Okay. So yeah. Alien species. Okay. That is looking past the fact that it's wearing armor. Is a Vofk. It is a creature more
A
often.
big ass wolf. Ka!
It is a creature more often seen in the far east of Zenti. It is. This is Quinlan stats in particular. Let me. There we go. Um, they are known from what you have heard of them to have incredibly powerful jaws, and are known to hunt by climbing and stalking its prey in the trees before, or some other high place, before pouncing on them and forcing them to the ground before gnawing into them.
Alrighty.
They are incredibly quick to react and have a burst of motion.
Asuka.
I just remember something. The
Hmm.
Commander tamed it with the beef jerky I made.
Yeah. These bursts of motion have been known to catch people off guard. Mechanically speaking, it can take 2 free actions in a round.
Okay.
It has been known to shred things by just being near it.
Just gonna double check around, make sure that there's not any like trees around the area that we're parking this puppy, and not that there's any trees left really, but
I say, yeah. Looking around, you see ground, burnt ground, a cliff face,
and holes in the ground. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't want that thing jumping down from a tree on me.
Their average strength exceeds that of an average human by a notable amount.
And I don't even meet average human as far as strength goes. So yeah, no, not fucking with that. Okay.
This one looks like it has been equipped with armor and some sort of integrated pack on its back.
It's flying one.
Well, I assume it's not just jetting around right now.
Again, the fact that it's walking with this group of people, and this group of people is assumed to be the Maquis, it's just going to impress Xandor that much more. He's going to be like, oh my god, they have big-ass wolves with jetpacks. Well, not jetpacks. Big-ass wolves with... big-ass armored wolves. Who needs guns? He'll, after having checked the area to make sure that there wasn't anyone around, he will wave to the group.
Kino will wave back, stating to those around her, yeah, looks like him. I don't remember the speeder, though. Okay, if other people want to describe themselves, you've already described Quinlan.
I
Those
am
Pog is pretty
attached
self-explanatory.
around currently, as far as you know. I do not exist.
I was supposed to say it's really just Greg's character and Crow.
Would you like Triss?
Well, like I said, my Pog is pretty self-explanatory. It's a guy in red and black Mandalorian armor.
He's a Mandalorian. There's not a lot to explain.
Basically.
Yeah, and Rory's probably wearing his helmet because don't trust people initially. We'll work on it. But yeah, do we have a picture of what the Zeskar armor looks like?
You're wearing the commando armor? 1 second.
Well, the engineer armor.
It all looks the
Well,
same. It's just a matter of what tools are in there.
Yeah, it's the same.
I have the POG version of the image.
1 second. I will root around. I know I have an image of it. Doesn't matter where did I put it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I have a listing of the Industry bridge crew.
Yeah, they all randomly got names.
Wait. Our crew got it. Our crew got named? Huh.
The bridge crew of the one ship, the land battleship.
Yeah,
Yeah, makes sense.
I have names and a short random background for each of them.
By the way, I'm still waiting on those memories. One day.
Yes, I keep telling myself I need to type it out. I've just been yeah.
Been busy.
Okay, be that way.
Yeah, you have to put it in chat proper.
Oh shit, it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, my dudes. Oh.
Tell you what, you forgot what your armor looked like?
Well, it's kind of easy to just show the picture. It's like, yeah, it just wearing that.
I don't even remember what the dress code's supposed to be for going to a graduation.
The
Sorry,
casual-
random thoughts. Ignore me.
That's fair.
Business casual, I think.
The only thing notable about the armored person is they're carrying like a satchel and like messing with a data pad.
Oh, right, we also have Teldarin's automatic rifle at some point. We need to figure out who gets that. Let me write that down.
I don't know. Can it be as long range as a portable E-Web?
I don't know. We haven't seen the stats for it yet. We just know we have it.
Yeah, that's true.
Wasn't meant to get into your hands.
But yeah, the other person's kind of standing somewhat nonchalantly. Just actually, is there like a boulder or something like that, David? Like, upturned earth and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's portions of upturned earth and such. Yeah.
Yeah. The figure is sitting on a boulder, working on a data pad.
Okay.
Until like your lane speeder coming up and put away.
Dimitri, from your position, the rock facing that's below the group, you will note that there are many holes on that side, and it looks like they have at some point in the past been blasted by either demolition efforts or like ranged missiles.
So this is where they grew the amethysts.
Oh no, it is kind of like a kindergarten, isn't it? Okay. You'll eventually get close enough to see the entire group.
Yeah, and then I guess I should describe myself too.
Yep.
Human, tan skin, dark hair, scar around his eye, just kind of chilling there. You seem, assume when you get off, he seems like very nervous, but like has kind of a happy-ish energy.
So
when
something
meeting
like
you guys.
something like an extroversion.
Yeah. He's like, hope your guys' trip out here wasn't too terrible.
I think we've had worse.
Alrighty. Oh, I'm sorry. Very excited to meet you. I'm Xander. Xander Mirkov. He's going to extend his hand to shake and then be like, wait, hold on. Do like Mandalorians shake hands?
Bro will, take the hand and shake it. It's like,
Okay.
we're not above such things.
Sorry, you're the first Mandalorian I think I've ever met.
That's not exactly surprising. We don't get out much anymore.
Where's the rest of them?
Doing their own things.
No. I meant the rest of the Mandalorians in your leadership squad.
They're around.
Oh, okay, cool. But he's gonna look over at Kino and be like, introductions?
Well, as you know, I'm the Mandalorian. This is my associate Costco. Back there's the Badger.
Aren't you supposed to be walking around with a little green baby thing?
Sorry.
Oh.
You're already familiar with our contact, in theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long time no see. I was shocked when I got your message.
Well, fortunately, these wonderful people were able to break me out of where I was entombed.
You were in tone.
I was put in a carbonite prison.
Oh. Yeah, that. Not gonna want to trade places with you. You can have that experience. I will forego that.
I'm just
Try
glad, I'm
to
just glad
stay
you're
out of
still around.
carbonite. I'm glad you're still around too.
Yeah, you're
Alrighty.
you're the best best talker on the mainland that I know of.
You flatter me so. I
Well,
keep my ears to the ground anyway.
sounds like you're the right person to talk to then.
Our new friends here are looking to spread the liberation that is freedom from their island to the mainland, but clearly I am much more out of touch with things than I'd like to be. And you were the first person. You were the first person that popped in my head.
When she says spread, so you mean like he's gonna look over at the Mando and be like, the Maquis are gonna liberate the mainland?
Well, we're certainly looking to franchise out a presence to the mainland. I don't think we can do it all by ourselves. We were able to accomplish what we did back on the island via a coalition of other resistance cells. So making contacts and allies over here to get that process started seemed the prudent first move. Figure out who we had to work with, what they had to work with, and what we had to bring with us.
Definitely. Well, I've got information on most cities in the mainland anyway. He's gonna pull out a data pad, I guess, and start looking through and go, did y'all have any spot in mind that y'all wanted to start?
Well, that's part of what we needed to know. What cities were already, or what areas were already had a resistance cell going that we can make contact with to make our lives easier versus having to do all the work. Where would we have to start from scratch? What areas seem more likely to be easily taken versus requiring long-term work? trying to figure out where to start, which requires intelligence.
Hold on, Matt is now going back through and reading this, and okay. So we want easy.
Well, we want
So
good
we
places
grab-
to start. Easy, hard, whatever. We just need to know what the situation on the ground is.
Alrighty. Out of the character moment here, I keep going back and reading through David's intelligence briefing here, and I am having a hard time deciding because some of these sound like fun.
Oh, because you can understand it.
Well, no, I don't understand all of it, but like,
we're basically asking. This is very much these are the adventures David has provided. Pick one and go do it. So in this particular instance, at least, you're picking the first adventure for the island.
No. I was instructed to talk to you guys about 2 cities and give you guys a choice.
Okay.
So I'm choosing which 2 of these sound like fun.
Yeah.
Well, you're still picking. You're still picking what the adventure options are. So it's really is you get to decide you get to decide what you think is the best move for us, and then we take those options and then make a decision from there. So
Can I get a map of the mainland, please?
Sure.
Alrighty. And this is a wraparound map, so technically anything over on this side of the map is reachable from their base too, yes?
That's subjective, the scale of the map, because we're looking at 30,000 kilometers to Sildas. Or if we assume leaving from the edge of the map, also 30,000 kilometers, well 26,822 to be exact, to the other side.
And those aren't even cities.
huge.
Okay, cool. Guess I will make this the simplest of ways and say, well,
this is the way.
starting in my hometown of Sildas. Well, it's not my hometown per se. I'm a transplant to this world, but that is not what I meant to open. Go back to Skype, please. Thank you. Sildas. I don't know what an FO droid is.
Oh,
First order. First order. Okay. Sildas is a rapidly expanding city that is using very strange methods to expand. The First Order has a droid controller that's controlling all air cars. There is an acid rain project currently on the outskirts of the city that controls city movements and is destroying the surrounding nature for urban expansion. And there is a growing rebel group there. Am I associated with that rebel group in any way? Like, have I been in contact with them on the regular since that's my hometown?
Since it is your hometown, you would have contacts within that group. Yes, they're rather fledgling at the moment.
There is a newly formed rebel group called the Cryon Strikers that are attempting to fight back. But of most of the rebel groups on the mainland, they are at least in the best organized state. The next closest city would be Caldus, there is a small rebel group in Caldus called the Tailbinders. I don't unfortunately know as much about them without rolling. I don't know what the 1313 monitoring system is, but it sounds bad.
The Maquis.
It was gonna be such a good game.
For the Maquis information, it's the monitoring and control system for the 1313 transport ring system.
Oh, that's the orbital elevator railgun thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Rory will actually say, "Oh yeah, that calm elevator thing, orbital thing they're doing."
Well, that would certainly
Well,
going after that would certainly hurt their infrastructure. But I'm based on those two options. I got to admit, I'm more interested in Sildas and various insidious things I can do with that system.
the other catch-22 with Caldas is that, in the few times that I've been there, there's not very many droids. Is that how to read that sentence there, David?
No, they're acting odd.
The droids are acting odd.
Yeah.
Okay, you missed a word there. The fact that droids are acting odd in the city of Caldas.
That's certainly worth investigating, but a moment. I'll switch over to TACnet. Well, guys, I'm inclined to thank Sildas for the possible Tandy upgrades, but I'm flexible.
I say we start from the. I feel like the rising sun. Let's just start at the coast and make our way westward.
Which one's the coast?
Sildas is the coast.
Okay.
So that's
Because that's
So it's also makes a good beachhead based on location. Yeah, even better.
And plus, it'll get us some locals.
Some locals, and depending on how that control system works, a good foothold for the Tandy interface over here.
Oh, by the way, there's dead mids below you.
There's what?
There's
I saw
dead
his message.
mids below you.
Oh, Tyranids. Okay.
And they're recent.
And they're recent.
I mean, it's a floating corpse in lava.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we've seen those corpses take some serious abuse. It could be taking that long to melt.
True.
Alright. Well, switching back over to external, I guess. So it sounds like the consensus is Sildas. Given its location, it would make a good beachhead.
I actually have a nice little place there myself that is some abandoned, crumbling condos, kind of beachfront condos that were left to rot. Just a few kilometers south of the city.
That's your chosen site. We'll obviously want to investigate it ourselves to see if we have any good base, defensible base locations. And you also said you had contacts within the local cells there.
Yes. Yes.
So, which means you're capable of arranging a meeting. So, that's in our favor. So,
Yeah, definitely. I can definitely arrange a meeting. I could arrange a meeting probably with most of even the groups that I barely know. I'm pretty good with getting in touch with people.
good to know. In which case, I presume we probably ought to pack up and head back to base so we can start making preparations for moving to Sildas. Would it be easier for you to meet us in the city or come over with us?
He's gonna look back towards where he had gotten off the ship, and he told them not to wait for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need a ride.
Alright, there'll be a small vetting, painless vetting process then, just to make sure you're not, FO spy. I'm sure you can understand the precaution.
We'll kind of give you a look and then be like, okay, I understand.
Especially, we've run into sleepers, okay? It's not just because you know him and you can vouch for him doesn't mean he hasn't necessarily been gotten to while you were asleep.
Oh, no, I get it.
Yeah, I would kind of like to avoid having an incident where a sleeper nearly cracks the planet's crust.
Yeah, that.
That almost happens once.
And we'll never let
Super
it down.
paranoid. I can't imagine
Alrighty.
why.
Yeah, and that was out loud too, so. I'd rather not.
I suppose that's fine. I will note that I do a lot of intelligence work undercover, so you may turn up stuff where I've been quote unquote working with the First Order, but I wasn't actually working with the First Order.
We're
They
not
thought
doing a
I
deep probe or anything. We're just, trying to get a gauge of intent.
Oh, okay. Feel free.
Am I having to worry about more NIDs at this point, David?
Well, we're making our way back to the ship, in theory.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, you
These are a
can,
problem.
you can make your way back to the ship. You aren't seeing any more nibs though. If you use your scope or your macro lenses to zoom in, what you are seeing is the fact that the body, while not moving, is in a constant state of trying to heal itself. So it's just taking forever to actually be consumed.
Oh my god.
What?
It's not dead.
No, not necessarily. Well,
No, that's the definition of not dead.
It's getting better.
well, in the words of Bruce Wayne to Terry McGinnis. Very good, Mr. McGinnis. Welcome to my world.
What is this game, guys? Y'all have bugs that don't die.
Told you.
Oh, it's like, how is Sky typing? I looked up and I saw, oh, Tristan's typing as Sky.
Yep, because she has the skills I'm using.
But yeah,
That's
I'll
correct.
definitely mention this to the con that apparently the bug ain't dead. It's floating in lava, not dead.
From what you're observing, its legs and stuff are enveloped to the point where it can't actually move. But
Good enough. It can stay there and have doing the the backstroke, and we'll just
Try not to cause any disturbances on the ground.
yeah.
That's a curse. It's gonna evolve. We need to kill it.
It's literally floating in lava, not dying. How are we going to kill it?
I finally replenished all my rockets. Those are expensive. I'd rather not have to start over again.
We find other ways.
By the way, as soon as Sky gives all clear, I will eventually show myself.
I figured I'd signal to Demetrius that we're heading back to the ship. You can meet us there. Because Sky
Cool.
can do what she's doing as we're walking. She's kind of looking him over.
Well, when you guys get there, you're going to see me just standing there waiting for you.
Like, let's go, let's please go.
It's not opposed, right? Because I'm basically not hiding anything.
You choose whether you save or not.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not gonna save. Fuck that.
So, as far as I know, he's on the up and up, so it shouldn't be a problem. But we got to do it in character just to be.
yeah,
So we take him aboard the Kaitol.
And before you get there, you're going to see a similarly armored person that to Roy.
Helmet has to be slightly different though due to your snout.
Yeah, but instead of it looking like a normal humanoid person, you're going to see it being a short person that is canine looking and without the shoulder bones, half covered in a camouflage net. And that instead of his armor being like normal, like Roy's, is currently the color of the environment.
And your helmet is on it too, I would assume.
His canine-shaped helmet, yes.
Okay. So I can't make a guess at what you are because I can't see underneath the helmet.
We are all
I
cops.
mean, you could see the way my legs are structured. You could see the way my arms are structured. You could tell I'm a canine.
I'd say, yeah,
and you can see my
I
tail.
think you can get enough body form details that you might be able to make a roll, but it would be harder.
Yeah, if you'd like, you can make an alien species roll. However, I will let you know that off the bat, the structure is not familiar to you, but you can feel free to give a roll.
Also, how tall is Dimitri?
I am like 4 foot.
I thought it was over more than 4, but less than 5.
Somewhere in that range.
Okay, so
I'm
I
rolling
am
like shit today. 19.
19. You do not recognize the species. It has similarities to a few others you've seen, but no, you're not. You're not able to really peg what it is.
Pretty sure it's German Shepherd.
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 Front.
Rex. Shepherd.
Africa. You hungry? Are you hungry? Is that what it is? I'm about to make my dog's night. I'm going to feed her. Her favorite part. Oi. Sit. Stay. Stay.
Laser ray.
Stay. Stay. Okay. Good girl. Good. You guys have no idea how proud I am. We're learning manners.
Okay. So with that, yeah, you're not picking up any. Sky is not picking up any kind of duplicity. At least as far as for the Maquis.
Well, that's currently what we care about. So
Okay.
Can she tell I'm in disguise?
Considering this is your kind of base, like your second skin, would you actually consider this alien to
Nope.
you?
Fair enough. Fair enough. No, because he's been using it for at least as long as he's been on planet. So
Okay. Are you guys going back to Argo?
yeah, I figure we'll start with Argo and
Get this man a shield.
Okay.
I
Welcome.
prefer a good book, actually. Hello.
Yep.
No.
Oh.
That's fair.
Where is...
Oh,
there you are. Welcome,
I-
Zandor, to Argo Base.
Once we're at Argo Base, I'll actually introduce myself properly as just Fido.
This tracks with the German Shepherd scenario.
I will take the helmet off, and I don't look like a German Shepherd. In fact, I look
Oh,
like
so you're not a-
hyena. If you can roll it well enough, you might actually know what it is at this point.
You can give another roll if you'd like with the helmet off.
Can someone roll me 7d6?
Anyone got that?
No, I'm currently not at the computer.
Okay. I'll get it. Unless Trish, you'll get it.
no, you're good.
Okay, 76.
I'm finishing up with bookkeeping, so it's gonna take a minute.
Okay. Hey.
Oh, the bookkeeping.
Hmm. Have any pluses to that, Matt? Do you have anything else to that, Matt? If you're talking, I cannot hear you.
I assume he doesn't, since he said he just has 76.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
There's what
Yeah.
76 is supposed to do.
Just so you're aware, your difficulty was a 33.
Woo!
Okay.
He is
Okay.
rejoined.
Sorry,
Well. Okay.
no idea what happened there.
Okay. You see before you a being from a race which you have heard referred to as a Yappy. They are from Offworld, and from what you've been able to gather, were transplanted to some extent by the First Order. They usually have, when referred to by the First Order, they usually have Y and then a number designation to them in terms of the serial numbers. They're during some of your, shall we say, internal scouting of various First Order facilities, you are aware that a few Yappy have been moved through the mainland. You are pretty much certain at this point that only due to your spying are you really aware of them, as they're not prolific by any means. You're also not certain where their homeworld is, just that they were gotten from a region of space that isn't usually traveled through.
Some might say an unknown region.
It's okay, man. You were just tripping the rift. Yeah. So, do you know what the Yappy are? There's some information that you just can't possibly know about. But you got more than I expected. They're known to be good at at scouting and navigation, which I find hilarious considering what Dimitri does. He's just
Exactly
an
what I
exemplar
do.
of his people.
Racial paragon, motherfucker.
I mean, I'm 10D in tracking, man. You ain't getting away from me.
Hey, you finally got better than reset.
Yeah, I'm 10D
And Viper.
tracking. 8D search, 10D tracking, 7 dice in conceal, 4 dice in hide, and 5 dice in sneak.
And
Which I know what I'll do with those 2 months right now.
just because it's our go, and we're all trying to be a little bit more friendly, Rory will also remove his helmet. Man, about maybe early 20s. Blue hair, scar, similar to you, scar over his eye. And green eyes, that's it. Fairly young.
Yeah, my helmet stays on.
Yep, the helmet stays on.
I think only like 4 people ever seen you take your helmet off. So
The main party has seen him without his helmet.
yeah, 4 people.
And that is it.
Interesting.
Because, once we started developing the myth of the Mando, it's like, well, now I can't take it off even if I wanted to.
It wasn't even you trying to develop the myth of Mando. It was literally just David saying, "Here we go."
Well, I mean, technically, we could just get him some armor, and that way he wouldn't have to be the Mandalorian for at least a day or so. Yeah, that option. Because Crow also deserves a normal day.
Oscar, come on.
Oh, Crow takes a normal day, he just takes off the armor and nobody knows who the fuck he is.
If you
Except
do
for
not
4 people.
mind, Greg, I can put a image of Rory in the chat.
Well, go for it.
I am out walking the dog, so I can't see it right now. Come on.
Does not properly transfer.
She is not having this walk right now.
You can see it though.
There we go.
You can just click on it and be like,
Do it
hey.
via the Skype.
Oh,
One day
He
there
has-
will be.
he has blue hair.
Yep, blue hair and green eyes.
Is he human?
Yep.
Okay.
Tan skin.
He looks like a native.
Don't you know the rule? No one's allowed to play humans in Star Wars RPGs.
Well, technically, he's from Zenti.
So he's a near human.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, technically.
I'm playing a Yappy because I was like, you know what? Let's add the possibility for this to go somewhere far, far and away, far future.
Yes.
Also,
They,
how old does oh, I'm sorry. What was his name again? Xander?
Xandor.
Uh,
Um,
how old does Xandar seem to be? Like appear at least.
Early 20s. Like 20, 21. -ish.
Hey, congrats! You're one of the oldest.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Asuka, come on.
Well, if you go by that, you're one of the oldest for human / near human.
To
How
be
long did
fair,
Yappy actually live? I can't remember off the top of my head.
I can appear however old I really want to appear.
Oh yeah, completely fair. I said I was going off what he appears to be.
Yeah.
But yes. So yes, well,
Yeah. To be fair,
Yes.
I'm not taking my helmet off either.
so yes, welcome to Argo Base.
Argo Base appears to be a former mine, as it has clearly undergone expansion and modification.
Asuka, come on.
There is a large craft, the one of which you landed on. A rather large armored land speeder, and an X-wing. And a rather large walker.
Retro, nice.
Large walker.
Ah, yes, the Uchikoma.
Asuka! I don't know what's gotten into you. Why you're being such a pill tonight on tonight's walk.
Yep. You have the sense from what you can hear that there are other levels to this place, as you hear what sounds like heavy lifting equipment below ground. There are a numerous amount of people in the distance walking around, Others are kind of hanging out. Those walking around are clearly doing things. Many of them look like technicians or engineers of some kind.
Interesting. I'll set up here as
Oh, I was just looking at it. Apparently, the Megalodon can carry 2 of our land battleships in the big zombie.
Ah, good. I was hoping you could carry at least one.
Asuka.
So we now to be the UNSC Infinity, where it drops capital ships from its hangar bay, and then those ships launch ships.
Apparently,
I'll put a ship in the ship in the ship in the ship.
Are you going to redesignate it the Infinity?
Asuka.
I'd like to double the possibility. Or actually, I would love to name a ship at some point. Arguing semantics. I heard that on a Halo game once, and I'm like, oh, that is such a cool name, and it's also great.
Well, I imagine we'd happily want to take naming options for the new mobile space station and warship thing.
Mm-hmm. But yes,
maybe even do it as like a lottery or something. Get morale up.
Why is the Hindenburg in here?
Get that out of here.
Just don't let the internet vote. It'll be named Bodie McBoatface.
I'd be disappointed if they named a pyramid Bodie McBoat's face.
Yeah, I hope they named it Pyramidas.
I was like, that just shows a great lack of imagination.
By the way, David, there's one thing I'm glad hasn't come up yet. No one has tried to ridicule my character. Otherwise, it would have been a duel to the death. Because I completely forgot about that.
As tradition dictates.
No, it's just we're prideful people. I will challenge you to a duel.
Exactly, as tradition dictates.
That's not tradition. That's just like, I ain't tolerating your shit.
You can make it. But yes. Sorry.
Okay. If you want, Matt, when you have the chance, you can actually scroll around Argo Base. It is huge.
Yeah, it's going to be a couple of minutes before I get back to the apartment. So.
It is a one could say it's a Jerry level map.
Oh, yeah, I recall this reference now.
Right, so I guess
I understood that reference.
I presume then we'd head to the command/briefing room, get Bestie up in here, so that between him, Xander, and Tandy, we can get a feel for what the current situation in the city is.
Ugh. Bestie.
Poor Bestie.
Okay.
And just to be sure, and if possible for the newbie, Rory will stay behind and be there when believe his name's Felstar.
1 second, let me find him. I have lots of people.
I will find him.
Yeah, Felstar. Yeah, just to make Felstar isn't going to give him trouble or give Xander trouble or try to take things up, because still Leinster's first order, we know what he's about.
Let's see, I don't think a specific command area is listed in this version of the Argo map.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
want to
that
say
it
it was in the
existed.
trailer area, though.
Down there? Okay.
Yeah, that's where the ops center for the former mine was.
Okay.
Dimitri will make himself scarce.
They're gonna make
Unless the
themselves-
con decides to try to grab him as he tries to slip away.
You're part of the command staff. You get, we're making command level decisions.
I was supposed to say, Xandor is going to be looking around, going, like, literally nerding out over some stuff. Like, he's like, wow, this place is well stocked. Like, he's like, he has all these questions, but he's trying not to, like, ask them, because he doesn't want to come off as, like, too inquisitive, to the point where people will be suspicious as to why he is so inquisitive. But he
I feel like we
has
could
all these
tell.
he's like, why? How did y'all get a base like this? Like,
It's an abandoned mine that we converted,
Yeah.
and then spent the
Yeah,
last 2/3 of a year robbing the First Order blind at every opportunity.
well, I can definitely appreciate that idea.
A lot of this took lots of man hours. Gave me a lot of headaches trying to figure out how to put everything together.
I've heard you guys have a state-of-the-art med bay too.
Well, at this point, we probably have several.
Yeah.
We have entire hospitals.
Yeah, it's like, which one?
Actually, would this be where
Is that-
Tandy is situated?
I imagine Tandy would be in the command area.
Okay. Oh, shit. I can't actually drop it.
Well, technically, it doesn't need to be dropped.
Okay, if you guys can do all this in just a few months, where do I sign up?
Well, if you're wishing to specifically join the organization, we'll have to put you through basic, but or at least check out to make sure you have the basic skills. But other than that, signing up's not that hard since you've already passed the vetting process. We just need to have an awareness of what your skill set is to know where to assign you.
Oh, okay, so there's no waivers then.
Well, there's a
Just kidding.
our
Yeah.
doctor had a medical waiver that she
Yeah,
wishes
like-
everyone sign.
Yeah, like Rory looks at the badge and like, yeah, there is technically a medical waiver.
A voice from a person walking in will chime in. I suggest a bit of life insurance if you're going to be with them.
Look to see who this is. It's like,
Who dare? Oh, it's Bestie. Okay.
Oh, look, it's Bestie.
It's like, look at Kutch, like, oh yes, hello, fellow star.
I will straight up call him Bestie.
He'll narrow his eyes at you, Dimitri.
So nice of you to join us.
It's a term of endearment.
Well, you are.
Also, Matt's still walking, so I think he might need a
Yeah, he's not,
prescription.
yeah, but the picture should still be up on his computer when he gets back.
Yeah.
Well, you are the current reigning power.
That's a strange way to put that.
He was originally part of the First Order before the First Order stormtroopers decided to get handsy.
Yeah, there was a local stormtrooper major who decided to take it into his own hands of how to handle our town. And Felstar here was on the opposite side of it.
And
Tadar
because
was a
he's
full-
best friends with the governor, the former governor, hence why I like to call him Bestie.
Oh, I do believe he's currently relaying requisite information to make everything look status quo. I'd call him the governor to me.
I was speaking in the past sense, what originally happened between everything. He's definitely the administrator. I won't deny that. I can't even do half of his work.
Wait, hold on. You guys have actually taken the whole city.
We have taken
The whole
every
island.
city on this subcontinent.
As
And secret
amazing as
bases.
it is, they have.
I had heard y'all were successful. I never imagined.
Yeah, well, we've been trying to keep it quiet. We don't want. We're trying, as Felstar put it. Governor, the administrator has been trying his best to make it seem status quo as he can, while we build up forces and try make sure that we can go to the mainland and such things, secure ourselves.
This guy is former First Order, but now is a good guy.
I don't know if I'd say good, but
Yeah, like
he's an ally for the moment.
Ally of convenience. Would you say so? Like was to Felstar, like ally of convenience.
That's a good way of putting it.
I almost want to make
Xandar-
comment about the crazy things he's done.
Xandar is going to look Falstar up and down, very purposefully making note of facial features,
Ooh.
anything he might need if he ever needed to impersonate the guy.
Nice, nice.
I feel like I just made Greg very happy.
No, it's like Eric remembers the he remembers the times with Nash Zoderwind. Having a Claudite can be real fun.
And very cruel to NPCs.
Yeah.
Turn into them as you explain the plot to them and then kill them.
Oh.
Evil.
Yeah, Claudites
Bit
can be
much.
fun. But yes. But anyways, introduction. Felstar, this is Xander. He is
Oscar.
a recent contact we've had with the mainland.
I was wondering. I didn't recognize him from the deliberation. So, might I ask why you find me so interesting, Xander?
Oh, me?
Yes.
You look familiar. Maybe I've bumped into you on the mainland before.
The sky is
Trying
blue
to-
even at night.
The sky is blue even at night. Is that what you just said?
Yeah. Oh, wait a moment. No, I don't think we've met before.
Did he just try to code phrase me?
Yes, he did.
Oh. Oh. Xander is gonna be like, huh. And then like pull out his data pad and start typing up a file on this guy, including that specific code phrase.
That thing's huge.
Yeah, it's your whole fucking galaxy.
What was that?
I was laughing because of our naming conventions. Like this new battleship we stole from the First Order is big enough to actually carry a large galaxy. Galaxy being a unit of measure, but if you don't know that, it sounds like we're actually moving an entire star.
Oh, I do have a general question. Is Argo still hidden from the general populace?
Yes.
Okay.
I would assume that Argo and Default would be remaining hidden.
I imagine any military sites that were not already public knowledge, we are going to try and keep not public knowledge, just like the U.S. Army doesn't advertise where every base is.
Yeah, it does.
Actually,
It's like,
that's not entirely true.
I was gonna say,
We've got
technically-
classified bases like everyone else.
well, I think another reason we would have it is because we know the First Order will get spies here at some point. We might as well make it harder for them to find
Exactly.
us.
It's like that's why we have the whole cell structure to begin with. Though if one goes down, they don't necessarily know everything to give everyone else away.
Okay.
We have the means of reaching each other and coordinating. But
Yeah, I was just trying to make sure that, say, no one from Koal could just walk in.
well, I mean, technically they can if they know where the tunnels are. But
Quite literally.
we in theory have people guarding the gates and that kind of stuff to prevent that. We don't accept pizza deliveries to the the secret base.
Well, concerning that, you know what you could do? The holographic camouflage system for the shield emitters still exists. You could probably move them to disguise the entrance.
Oh yeah, which I'm sure we've done some kind of equivalent of that, or have Rory set up
You
like
guys
secret
make-
sliding
you
doors.
guys do make sure that the soldiers that are working are using Fitbits that are posting their daily jogs to social media, right?
Well, sadly, the Fitbit is built into your armor, so I can track your hit points. But
Tandy handles that.
Quickly, get
though,
them water
so-
hands.
the only fit,
As
the
long
only
as-
social, the only
As
social
long
media they
as they're
can
not
post to.
posting it all to social media.
Well, you see, the only social media they can post it to is ours because they're only equipped with our primitive comlinks versus the modern comlink.
Oh, well then. Convenient.
Yeah, you have to wait a few minutes for the image lines to go through.
The First Order's using digital communications, so we went analog just to fuck with them, and so far it's worked great. They have never been able to tap our shit because it's too old. They never think of it.
Oh,
And because it's analog, it's not something that they can easily tap into, that they need separate equipment for it.
So yes, what do you know about this city over here? Or at least when you last had clearance to know anything about it. We're looking at it as a potential beachhead.
Sildas?
Yep.
Hmm. Well. Like Talos, it has a spaceport.
Oh, that's handy.
That is a place where the orbital elevator is supposed to be.
No, that's the other city.
I thought that was Sildas.
No,
not
are you talking about the 1313
Caldas.
transport system?
Yeah, wasn't that the other city?
yeah, the other city.
They've been the transport system has been erected in multiple
Caldas.
places, or that was the plan.
Hmm.
You've just disrupted the one around Cole.
Correct.
But the tracking system's in Caldas.
From there, you could control and even disable the transport system, albeit temporarily. I'm sure someone with greater authority could come and reestablish control, at least if they're smart. Not everyone's like Teldarin.
Well, unless it depends on the operating system. Could try putting it into a loop scenario, so it'd be even harder for even them to get in.
You could just disable the safety system and then launch the elevator into space, destroying itself.
Well, it's a series of many repulsor rings. You could destabilize them, cause them to crash into one another, or destroy themselves next time they transit cargo.
But that's Calabas, whether that
Yes, but you're talking about Solidus.
Yeah.
Beautiful beachfront town that's being destroyed by acid rain.
Oh, they got that
That's-
operation up and running. Oh, that's nice. They were planning on officially using it to expand the urbanscape. Unofficially, they were going to. Its secondary use was going to be to prevent jungle hiding places from existing.
Jungle, what now?
As you are well aware, the jungle is a terrific place to hide.
Yes.
And that could certainly remove that particular advantage. And it would make mining easier.
It does reduce the cost of infrastructure. And you don't have to spend as much time clearing land.
Slayer's starting to feel like this version of the First Order is a Captain Planet villain.
Loot and
It's starting
plunder!
to feel that way. Giant laser drill in the mine. We go somewhere, we find Nids literally just burning in lava from a giant ass mine that got to the mantle.
I'm still waiting for us to find out that the core of the Earth has got a giant villain cluster buried in it, to be honest.
Oh, you missed
But
the
you all
last
found-
time we went underground. We found a giant ancient city. Under a volcano.
Hey guys. Captain Santy is a they're a hero, gonna take pollution down to the sea. No, take repression down the sea.
But then there.
Yes.
So
acid rain.
There were also, I believe, the Skyfangs and the Low Runners that were in Celdus, but they aren't anymore. Xandor, you are familiar with them. They are rebel groups in Celdus that, shortly after their formation, lost their leadership right before an action against the droid controller system.
Interesting. I would mention that.
Let's see. Yes, all of the air speeders have a design enhancement that allows a droid control system to override the piloting systems.
You have reached your destination.
Presume had a purpose of that.
Are we talking something like a
I wasn't particularly a part of that, but I believe the reasoning was insurance. In case a rebel cell actually was able to take hold.
Makes sense.
How overpowering was it? Are we talking like simple slavery kind of control or more advanced?
I believe the project was using something similar to the CIS's droid control system.
I'll check with Tandy, see if she has anything more on that project, given her mass database.
Yeah. And if that's the case, we could probably try looking into what we took from the Separatist vaults to see if we can maybe, I don't know.
No, it's not exactly their equipment. It's just based off of their concept.
No. That I understand. It's more, as said, is based off of it. So maybe bouncing off of it can lead to something else or something like that. Especially if it can't be destroyed. Maybe if we know enough programming, we could write some of our own programming under it or something like that. If we're familiar with it.
Well, if you gain access to the droid control system, I'm sure you could. The problem would be gaining access. Before I lessened my communications with the mainland, thanks to Taldaran, I did hear that there was some sort of, I hate to call them a rebellion, but a sympathetic cause in Sildas, though there is no way for at least me to figure it out being all the way over here. I imagine it's a unofficial support network of sorts. Could explain why that there were so many attempts made in the city.
Not ringing a bell for you, Xander?
I would need a streetwise resistance cell roll for you, Xander. I'll warn you,
Shows them in
Maquis, that Sildas is a much larger place than Koal or even Talus. Well, yes, I'd arguably say even Talus.
Well, then ideally that's why we want local support.
Don't know how useful a scout like me is going to be in a city. I think I'd stick out too much there.
Yes, why don't you join your friends in the mine then? You could prove useful there.
Sorry, I'm too dignified for mines.
And I'm not leaving my best Pathfinder behind for the mainland campaign.
Rory will look like fake, appalled. Mining is a noble profession.
But did we
You shouldn't.
lose a Matt? Is that why I haven't got on the roll yet?
Yeah, I think his connection's being weird or something.
It says he's still in the call, but yeah.
But yeah, I'll have you know you're still alive, bestie, because I thought you'd be useful to us. So I don't appreciate you telling me to go work in the mines in some random place.
No.
I actually advocated for you.
Oi!
Oh, there he is.
Perhaps I'll prove my usefulness even more now. I have backdoor access codes to, excuse me, to the Sildas security network.
Oh.
It's not as extensive as the Megalodon's D10 network, but it's at least something.
Sounds like you just volunteered to come along.
Question.
I can just give you the codes.
Question though, how old are those codes?
Let's say they were set not to expire.
Cool. And he can't just give them to us. I don't see a reason to drag him
Don't
here.
you dare!
He's here
Sorry.
because his friend is here. I don't
As
see
I
a reason to
mentioned,
separate them.
No problem handing you over the codes. I personally don't want to go to the mainland. Now with Price here,
Fair enough.
See, we do understand each other. Also, I'm surprised you don't really know about me.
Though I'd prefer to keep you in comms range just in case this goes sideways on us. Your codes, I mean.
Well,
Why do you have a giant thing with a blue X through it?
Giant thing with a blue X through it?
By glowtorch?
Oh,
guess
I
it'll
think he
flip.
means this.
Yeah,
Do you mean
that.
this?
Those are rocks that have been cleared. Just never deleted properly.
Also, were you able to
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
debris we've been working on clearing out of here.
Also, were you able to see the other human that you're talking to, Felstar?
You could re-blow him up. He wasn't still up when I. He looks like an asshole.
Mm-hmm. As you can see, why we've been talking to him, lucky we have.
if you are going to use my codes, I would suggest not using them any more than a standard hour at a time.
And these codes accomplish what again?
They control the SILDAS security cam network.
Ah, so they would allow us
Yeah,
to move without being noticed.
Yeah, he said it's a backdoor of sorts.
I gave you my resistance cells roll there,
Yep.
David.
Yep, thank you. I did have a few disagreeable people in the mainland.
That's me and a few others.
I think he's talking about more personal things, not his professional outlook at that time.
Oh, okay.
That must be where... I thought your voice sounded familiar.
Oh, my voice. My voice sounds familiar.
Looks like you got an orator on your hands, Mandalorian.
So I'm told.
Be careful, his mouth might be a bit too big. Also,
When that happens, we'll just shove a sock in his mouth until the heat dries up, decides to go away. I don't see that happening. He's still alive when he's been on the mainland this whole time.
sorry, I was thinking about something. What was that?
That was more. I was basically said that we just shove a sock in his mouth because there's too many problems until the heat dies off. After all, he's been able to survive for so long. I don't think it'd be too much of an issue for him to not cause problems.
He'll reach into the front part of his outfit and take out a pad, and toss it on the table.
This is $3. Go with the resistance.
I took the liberty of mapping out your favorite form of transit?
Look down at what he's mapped out. I'm curious.
I'm kind of curious at this point.
It is a a network of waste reclamation tunnels underneath Selvas.
You say that like it's an insult, but it proved effective thus far.
Unfortunately. Selvas, however, does have a much more proactive cleaning system.
Oh, so they have a
No, I shouldn't mince words with you. You know, rebel cells have been trying to come up on the mainland. They have more experience with repelling rebels than, well, Taldarin did. It would not surprise me if they added security to the waste reclamation tunnels. Because after a few cells, I mean, you have to start edging out the hiding places. But here's the map just the same, in case it'll be of use to you.
Thank you. Thankfully, we have a few new tricks up our sleeve now, so we don't have to necessarily rely on that.
Xandor, your role. Yes, you're aware that there is a a sympathetic kind of ebb and flow in the in Sildas. Basically, the occasional helping hand seems to just occasionally appear to up and coming rebel groups, but it doesn't seem to happen all the time. Let's see, it looks like you rolled a 31. Since you rolled a 31 and rolled really well there, one moment. Nope, that's Talus. I can close that. I can close the Rayor. There it is. Just the guy. There we go. You have heard rumor of a former one who was previously presumed to be dead. So it could just be someone taking up their identity. But you have heard that a former Xeric Rusher, which is a
It's one of those guys with the hats and the monkeys, right?
Yeah. Hey, be careful about monkeys. Sky is sensitive about monkeys. But the Xeric Rushers is a rebel group from the, or rather former rebel group from the Polynesian pronunciation. 1 second. Maquis Loa.
Nice.
The Xeric Rushers were, since you rolled so high, I can just kind of tell you. The Xeric Rushers were shattered as a rebel group by an unknown assailant, landing a precise blaster shot, completely and utterly terminating their leader
The leader.
and the nearby support person. Not so much. More like their yeoman versus their commander. It was done with a single shot.
I will relay as much of this information as possible.
In addition, these Eric Rushers, shortly thereafter, had critical members of their group. So things like their logistics people and people of that nature vanish shortly thereafter. While you do not remember the name of the particular Zerg Rusher that's said to have occasionally popped up, a moment. You have gotten. Hey, where is it? There it is.
Asuka, come to bed. Asuka, come on, come to bed.
Oh, I typed that wrong.
Come on.
Of course, I thought I had it. There we go. There it is.
And how late do you guys normally
Okay.
go on this?
Sometime between now and 10:30.
Okay, cool.
Okay. You don't remember the name of the person that's occasionally been seen, but you do remember that they've been described as a Deshade.
Okay. Passing all this information along, because we're trying to make friends. And I want to be in the club.
Felstar looks a little skeptical. A Deshade.
Do you need me to spell that out for you? It's D-E shade.
No, I'm aware of what a Deshade is, which is you think it'd be rather recognizable. They're known to be able to disappear from thermographs.
In my world, I don't trust anything by its appearance.
And what world is it that you come from, Mr. Zandor?
I'm sorry? Who invited this guy here again?
I did.
Oh.
He's
Is
a
he
very
actually
capable
kind of...
intelligence analyst.
Is he actually cool?
He's as cool as a former member of the First Order who doesn't like the way we do things can be. But
Sorry.
his knowledge is useful. And he does offer an alternative perspective to things we're going in blind on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I figured between his information and your information, we'd be able to piece together something useful.
He's here because of his
typically.
friend, and his friend wants to maintain order on this land and do it in an efficient way. But they have disagreements with the First Order.
Enough about my history. There's something else you should know about Sildas, aside from apparently that it harbors the shot ghosts.
What is that?
You need me to repeat all of it, or
No.
okay? I don't have the exact schedule. However, the director, not a director, and not a sub-director, but the director, has occasionally stopped by Sildas to communicate something with the governor. They have meetings. I haven't been privy to them. I assume he's just checking in on how the world is doing. But I have occasionally picked up a hearsay of encrypted transmissions that tells you that there could be an intelligence connection. Price here had an intelligence connection concerning Zeskar. Have you used the term Zeskar around him? Zeskar transportation for some project which we weren't made privy to. The frequencies used were in Sildas were within the same bandwidths as the one we used. So I'll assume that the director is involved. I certainly know that there's been some large project he's been a part of, with he being focused in Coal and helping Jiren manage the city. I don't exactly know what that project is, but it's required him to check in with Zenti every now and then.
Koala?
So it would not surprise me if he were to be were to be at Sildas at some point.
Well, I mean, if we take the director, we could hypothetically take the whole planet, right?
Maybe not. They're not above
The way the
putting a
First
bullet in
Order
their own
does
head
things.
just to make a point and then get another one.
Yeah.
Besides, it's not like you can just impersonate the director of Danpor.
I suppose that would be pretty hard.
I mean, you
Yeah,
have to give proportions and mannerisms, and I don't think any of you here are skilled enough for that.
Yeah, besides, from what we saw of Tel Daran, a lot of the local commanders or such could get in their head that somebody isn't acting in the interest of the order and go against the grain, and that could make things even worse.
Yep.
The First Order does everything based off meritocracy, so the higher up the totem pole we go, the supposedly more pragmatic and efficient they are, and capable.
Are you sure? Taldarin was a major.
Of a bunch of
Yeah.
stormtroopers.
Yeah, but stormtroopers.
A meathead's a meathead.
I mean, you've seen the projects they come up with. People like that aren't exact. Well, I don't know.
sounds like we have enough information to at least make our way over and start poking around. Provide those command codes to Costco. I have a new recruit to make sure he meets the basic minimum skills for field duty, and we can go from there.
When we talk about basic minimum skills,
in metagame terms, do you have at least 3D in shoot, dot, duck, and punch?
To hit or like strength behind the punch? Because if we're talking
the skill to
strength
actually hit with,
behind,
you have at least 3D in blaster, brawling, and dodge.
let's find out. Hold on.
If you're just doing it off a stat, that's fine. Just let me know you're doing it off a stat, because that makes a slight difference in opinion.
That's all under Dex, yeah.
Brawling is under strength.
Oh, then no on the brawling.
Okay. And your dodge and blaster is skill based or just pure stat?
Dodge is Dex +2, and then blaster is just Dex.
Okay. So we can trust you to go into the field and not die, but you need a little work.
Yeah.
Because, that sounds like you're above average in evasion and shooting, but below average or below average in punching.
Very below average in punching.
Because 2D is average.
1D +2.
Okay, definitely going to need to work on your hand-to-hand.
Someone needs to do some strength training.
Usually Crow does not feel comfortable leaving people by themselves until they have 3D in combat skills, but that is just me informing you how the character thinks, not me requiring you to do that.
And I'm also notoriously bad at jumping and climbing.
Well, that's not a problem, because we all have standard issue jetpacks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
But propulsors in them.
that'll be good. And I'm bad at acrobatics.
And don't. Hey, trust me. I was a miner before this all started. If I can get to this position, I think you can. Too.
Wow, y'all been going at this for 4 years?
Real time? 3 to 4 sounds about right.
Rory, like near size. No, as in the dirt mining.
Oh!
Not a miner, as in not of legal.
Oh, that makes more sense.
And as I recall, you're decent at repulsor lift.
Yes.
I mean, I hope so.
I
He was able to
basically-
drive over here.
Well, remember,
was
anybody can in
basically-
theory drive. If you're not being shot at, it's not a problem.
I was basically told by David, if you don't take this stat, you will probably get killed.
Okay. Probably 3 minutes out. Okay, so it sounds like then we can load up into the Megalodon. I can start commissioning him a set of field armor, just, for when he's not being a spy, he has something to protect him.
You're taking the fortress with you.
I told you we had a few new tricks.
My
It's
absolute-
amazing at communications interception, which you just indicated would probably be a good thing to have if the director likes phoning his friend a lot.
Very good.
My absolute best skill is con political discourse.
It's like Tristan's sitting here going, it's like, the director likes calling this guy. The Megalodon gives us plus 3D to wiretapping.
And we can make the Megalodon be invisible if anyone goes
As like,
too
it can be
close to
invisible for 10 minutes like the Kai Tall, but what I was actually thinking was if we park it underwater offshore from the city, we can then launch missions from it as needed. Which is why I've been sitting here parsing out what it's actually carrying for this mission, so we know what we have to work with.
That is hilarious, because that was actually one of the projects I was going to be working on for Rory to propose, is like an underwater capable, like, kind of like a dreadnought of sorts, that we, like a carrier that we can lift off from.
Well, if you want to start working on a submersible fleet, I will not stop you, but until then, the Megalodon serves the purpose rather nicely as a mobile battle station.
Oh no, completely understandable. Heck, I was even looking at Red Alert, because I was like, oh wait, Because I saw like in Red Alert 3, I think it was, that the the Rising Sun Empire, whatever that is, has fighters that can go underwater, but also are like air capable. I'm like, yeah, we need those.
So yeah, I've loaded it with a galaxy of vehicles and personnel, and
Felstar will give you the codes, Rory. I hope they serve you
Okay.
well. And thank
I
you,
hope
by
so
the
too.
way.
for what?
Not you, him.
Oh, apologies.
For
You seem to have put Zesha slightly off her game.
That can't be good.
Roy will raise an eyebrow, like, mm-hmm.
I preferred Leslie myself.
Giggity.
I'm just going to snicker.
Who is this person?
Crazy
hold,
family
hold,
of
hold,
his.
hold. You're about to find out through context. Is like Rory will kind of like, well, keep in mind, Felstar, that Zaisha is technically blood to me, and whatever that means to me, we shall see. You're still having hints towards the First Order. Do not think for a second to manipulate my family. Understand?
Understood.
He'll back up. Thank you. I apologize, but the First Order has done enough to my family.
Okay, with that, it looks like we are set up to do things in Sildas. Definitely sounds like that Mr. Zandor has provided a decent amount of local information.
Mm-hmm.
Good, that's what we wanted from it.
Welcome to the crew.
Thank you. Thank you.
Based on your aptitudes, we'll probably be working together more often than not.
That was what I had surmised when I was creating the character.
I imagine the spy and the scout will work together a lot. If nothing else, getting you in and out of places.
I am very equipped to get into things, but searching for things, well, I mean, I'm above average, but just regular. I don't have any bonuses to search.
Well, we're going to get you some, because we have a supercomputer that gives plus 1D to a lot of skills.
Not only does it give plus 1D to a lot of skills, you also have the means to see a lot of information that you wouldn't have otherwise, as long as it's in Tandy's database.
Yeah, and that's even before Tandy.
Wait, what?
Oh, you haven't met our supercomputer yet.
Don't worry, we'll introduce you later.
In the Rebel Shell folder, there is the Tandy database that you can access. In the meantime, I'm going to call it. Thank you, Matt, for joining us. As you will soon find out, there are some sessions that are kind of planning RP, and others that are action.
Yeah, I apologize if I monopolize stuff. I apologize.
No, you were fine.
It was
Pretty
perfect.
simple because I didn't have anything that needed to come up. Because the things that come up for me are going to involve the Yeppies, which can take us to a different region.
True.
So my stuff shouldn't really come up very often. And I didn't have anything that I need to do. Besides, wait for this apparent memory that I remember that I still don't know.
I swear to
Wait.
you, I will get it to you. I might just want to do bullet points because I wanted to write it out as from the point of view of you having a flashback or something. But
Wait,
I am perfectly
you
fine
have
with bullet
you have a memory problem?
Apparently.
Did you know you had a memory problem? Like
Nope.
when you created your character?
Nope. This is the GM
Oh,
going,
okay.
I created an NPC that fucks with people's brains. Guess who got fucked?
Oh, okay. My character, I took amnesia as a disad. I took a lot of